Hello, hello, hello. I don't know why I did that. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in to the stream that I'm doing currently today. And also, a lot of days I do this for some reason. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I think everything is functioning. Got to do my little audio checks first because you never know. Testing, testing. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Yeah, I think we're good. Just wanted to make sure. You never know, you never know. And this way I don't have to worry about it. So let me pop a little emote in the chat to make sure that's working. And it is. Don't know what I'd do if it wasn't working. But now I know. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's doing all right. And I hope everything seems to be functioning. Hopefully, it seems like it. And I think I'm ready. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to some more of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. This time, it's actually planned. So yeah, it is Wednesday, my bonus day. And I didn't stream on Sunday last week, so um, I essentially just decided to move it here. Also, why do I have my lantern out? What's that about? Let's have bombs and no, let's have a hook shot and have bombs over here. Yeah, so more Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I did not stream last Sunday, so I thought I'd do a stream today because I'm feeling a lot more up to it today. The reason I didn't stream on Sunday wasn't for any particular special reason. I was just still a little bit depressed that day. And I wasn't really in the mood. So yeah, nothing in particular that made me feel that way. It's just one of those days, I suppose. But I'm feeling a little bit better today, and I don't like skipping out on streams. So this way, I can kind of do the stream that I was going to do on Sunday, and that's all good. I'm going to refresh my capture because I'm paranoid. I'm pretty sure I already did that though. But yeah, we're playing more Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. That's what's important. So yeah, that's good. Also, I might not stream Twilight Princess this Sunday because this weekend is going to be the open network test for Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and I don't know if I'm going to stream that 100% yet. But there is a particular event happening within that network test, specifically on Sunday. So um, I'd like to leave my schedule open for the possibility that I may decide to stream that. So I'm probably not going to stream the open network test on the other days of that it's available. Probably just gonna play it myself off stream, and then if I do want to stream it on Sunday for that particular special event, then I can go ahead and do that because that's like a once in a lifetime thing, probably maybe. So it might be nice to stream a bit of that. Also, I can practice the game a little bit. I played the closed beta test a few months back, and I enjoyed it. I've been seeing lots of gameplay and trailers lately for Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and it looks like they've improved a bunch. One of my from playing like the beta, one of my biggest takeaways was the fact that the items in that game are incredibly, or at least in the test that I played before, the items were way too chaotic for my liking. It felt like I was getting hit with stuff every 5 seconds, and it felt like there wasn't as much room for actual skilled driving and racing because I was just constantly getting hit by stuff. Um, so yeah, it looks like from trailers and gameplay that I've been seeing lately, because there's been a lot of it coming out. It seems like it's that looks better. It looks better, and it also looks faster as well. I think because like there's a bunch of different like speed levels that you can choose, and I think probably in the closed network test that I played, it was probably like the standard default like normal speed. So, but they have like faster and then like sonic speed fast, so as options, I think. So yeah, that's exciting. So yeah, I might not stream Twilight Princess on Sunday this week because I might want to stream that. So yeah, this way I get to do a Twilight Princess stream this week, even if I don't do it on Sunday. And I still did a Twilight Princess stream last week because of I was intending to stream not Mario, Super Smash Brothers for Wii U on my Friday stream, and that didn't end up working out, so I played Twilight Princess. I did a little digging as to why I couldn't play Smash Brothers on Wii U, because I essentially for that stream I wanted to go back to that game to just like revisit it and for fun. I realized I knew full well that like the Wii U servers were shut down, but I guess I didn't really know to what extent that really affected stuff. I'm not really tech savvy enough to really understand all of that. I thought that it meant, you know, you couldn't like use the eShop anymore and stuff like that, and you know, online features for games weren't working anymore. I didn't realize that it meant that I couldn't update games anymore. I didn't. I guess I didn't clock onto the idea that that was a server thing. I didn't know. And at the very least, I thought that if there was an update, I could just not update it, because you know, plenty of other games allow you to do that. But apparently, Smash Brothers on Wii U is an exception. Like you can bypass updates in most other Wii U games, but Smash Brothers on Wii U is a rare exception where you have to be updated to the newest version. I assume because of online, even if it doesn't work anymore. So yeah, that was why I couldn't play Smash on Wii U, and I should have done my research. I should have checked it, but I didn't. I didn't think. It makes sense in hindsight, but you know. Anyway, so on Friday stream, I ended up playing this as a backup plan. So, and now that I've mentioned all that stuff, now it's time to talk about this actual game. I tend to waffle on at the beginning of streams, so. Yeah. So when we last left off, we did I think we did the Snow Peak Ruins dungeon. I think it was where we started at the Snow Peak Ruins. We came there to get it was the next dungeon. We came there to get the Mirror of Twilight piece, and we ended up getting it. The Yetis were adorable. I ended up sledding with them afterwards, so we're all chill now. Even though I attacked like the lady Yeti, but she attacked me first. And yeah, so we got the Mirror of Twilight piece from that. So now I think we have 2 out of the 4 pieces. We got the one that we started with, and then we got the Snow Peak one. So now we have 2 more to go, and I just happened to be right outside the next dungeon. So I went to the Lost Woods in the Sacred Grove, and I stabbed the Master Sword into the pedestal, and that revealed this magical door, which turns out to be a door leading to the past or something. So now we've done a little bit of time travel shenanigans to the Temple of Time, where we are greeted with the same music from Ocarina of Time. This would appear to be the Temple of Time from Ocarina of Time, although it looks a bit different. Also, the Temple of Time in Ocarina of Time was located right outside Hyrule Castle. It was like in Castle Town. This is very not anywhere near there, so I guess I know locations tend to shift around. It's you know, these games take place hundreds, if not thousands of years apart from each other, so it makes sense. I find that the music here is really cool. I don't even have a nostalgic soft spot for Ocarina of Time, but I still find stuff like this really cool. And look how shiny the floor is. Someone is mopping real good. So yeah, this is where the next dungeon is, the Temple of Time. So we gotta mosey on. And look, there's the stained glass window that Navi buggered off out of at the end of that game. I've only played Ocarina of Time twice. One time was on the GameCube version, or the GameCube port of the N64 version. I remember I bought the Wind Waker because I wanted to play that, and I didn't realize that I bought a bundle with Ocarina of Time. So I did think it was weird that it was a bit more expensive than I thought for such an old game. But then I ended up playing Wind Waker, but then I played Ocarina of Time afterwards, and I didn't like Ocarina of Time all that much, but I still pushed along and played through it anyway, and I ended up beating it. And then years later, I got the 3DS version, and I ended up enjoying that a lot more. I want it to be put on Switch. The 3DS version in particular, because I like all the quality of life improvements that version has. You can play Ocarina of Time on Switch through the Switch Online, but I want the 3DS version. I'm kind of holding out hope. Rumor has it there's Uku. She's a weird one. So yeah, who knew there was a secret door back behind this window this whole time? I was about to say something. Yeah, rumor has it there's going to be a Nintendo Direct pretty soon, but you know, that's how often do we hear rumors like that? Like all the time? And yeah, I mean, if you guess something enough times, it's going to be true at some point. But apparently, rumor has it there's going to be a Nintendo Direct in September, and that's a pretty, honestly, it's a decently safe bet. Nintendo Direct's happening in September is, from what I hear, nothing new. And it feels like it's about time. We've had a bunch of smaller stuff like Indie Showcase, Partner Showcase. We had that Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct a while back, and then we also had that Kirby Direct that just happened. It feels like, here's my prediction, my big brain prediction, is that they did all those other Directs because this next major Nintendo Direct they're doing is specifically a Mario 40th Anniversary Direct. Oh, Link, don't you think there's something odd about that statue? In the Grove and in the Temple entry, there were always matching ones on each side, but there's only one here. Why don't you use your senses to take a look around? Or I could just, you know, randomly go about room for room like I usually do. That would probably work. But since you asked, I'll use my senses. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I think the reason why they did all those other directs before is because they're planning on doing a Mario 40th Anniversary Direct. That would explain why they've just done a bunch of other unrelated directs with no Mario stuff in them. I mean, there's also a bunch of other non-Mario stuff there that wasn't there as well, but it feels like they're saving all of that stuff for a Mario 40th Anniversary Direct, I think. And that would explain, yeah, that would explain why they're doing a bunch of other stuff, because all these other directs, a lot of the stuff that could have been in from those directs could have been in a normal, regular, major direct, but it feels like they're splitting them all off so that those games get their time in the spotlight, and then the Mario 40th Anniversary Direct can happen, where it's just based on Mario stuff. This way we get like a bit of everything, but it's all a bit spread around. That's my theory. Also, we had Mario had a themed direct specifically for Mario for the 35th anniversary, so it just kind of makes sense to me. Oh, hello. Yep, there is definitely supposed to be a statue here. I knew it. There was one more here originally. We need to find the other statue in this temple that matches this one. I've never seen this, by the way. I've never used my senses here. Every time Midna tells me to, I just kind of ignore her. Because I don't need my senses to know that there's supposed to be a statue here. It's kind of obvious when you think about it. I've never actually seen this ghostly figure. That's kind of cool. Usually when you use your senses, it's to find pose or look at scent trails. It's like they're trying to get the sense mechanic a little bit of use because it's a bit underutilized when you really think about it. But it's fine. There's plenty of items in this game that go a bit underused. The item that we get in this dungeon, for example, doesn't really get a ton of use outside of this dungeon. A little bit, but not much. Which is a shame, because it's a really creative one. Oh, hello. I see you found your son. Not so fast. At last, this is it. This is where I've been trying to get to. The ancient technology of our people sleeps in this place. We've searched all over, and now we're so close I can smell it. Yes, you've got quite the nose. Once we find that thing, we can go home at last. Oh, gracious, yes. Young man, we're so close, so please help us find what we're looking for. Sure, I'll stick you in my pocket. I think she just wants us to carry her around because she can't be bothered to walk at this point. Also, something monsters. Okay, what do you do when you see two torches? Open her up. We've got a small key. Nice. I'm gonna have this. The music here kind of even sounds like the dungeon music from Ocarina of Time, or at least for one of the dungeons. Like I think it's the inside the Deku tree, like the first temple you do in that game. The music kind of has bits of that. Ooh, this thing is creeping me the hell out. Is that a Goma? If this game had the ability to scan enemies, then I would be able to find that out. Pretty slick of the game to have a puzzle revolve around putting a pot on a button, when usually your first instinct is to destroy them. They're like, you know, if you get too violent, then you mess up the puzzle. I think you can just reset it by just going in and out of the room, but still. That thing is super dead. And now, oh, the reason why that little chest had arrows in it is because the game wants you to do this. It's a pretty slick puzzle. I like that one. Ah, careful, there's alphas. I don't know why I tell myself to be careful. I do it a lot. I don't do it intentionally. It's just my natural way I do things. This is why the game gave us all those secret sword skills. Okay, what do we got? This thing's going to come alive and attack me. It's got a power gem on its back. There we go. I'm pretty sure Skyward Sword had enemies like that. Also, Wind Waker, I think, did as well. I don't know what they're called, though. We got a red rupee. The red rupees in this game look kind of like ice lolly kind of red. Like I want to eat it. What's that? Kisa's going to die. I might sneeze. Yeah, there we go. I said I might. Okay, plop that there. I like how these little statues have little horns on them. What is the deal with that? Oh, it's the dungeon map. Sweetness. I remember when I was when I was younger and I was playing Zelda games, I don't know, I used a guide a lot for dungeons. Dungeons were always very intimidating to me back then. These days I find joy out of solving the puzzles on my own. It's just a shame that because the first time I played most of the Zelda games that I have played, I used a guide the first time around, so I kind of ruined the puzzles for me. But I was too nervous to try and solve them myself, and I would get stuck easily. These days I'm a lot better about that kind of thing. You know. And sometimes I have to solve puzzles again for the first time because I forget about them. But yeah, I remember I specifically used a guide for Lakebed Temple a lot, but I don't anymore. Nor do I use a guide for this one. I mean, dungeons aren't that complicated when you can really get around to it. I'm sure, I mean, some are more complicated than others. My usual game plan with dungeons in any Zelda game is to... I mean, first order of business is to find the map. That's always like a good place to go. And then it's just simply a matter of go to every room and do everything you can do there, and if you don't know where to go next, just find a room you haven't been to yet and do what you can. Eventually you find the dungeon item, and then you go back through all the rooms and do stuff that you weren't able to do before. And yeah, sometimes it isn't as simple as that. Sometimes, you know, there are like individual puzzles within those rooms that are a little bit harder to solve, like because they require thought and all that lovely stuff. You know, example, a sliding block puzzle. Don't like those, and they can be tricky. Oh wow, the game's actually requiring me to use a spinner. Really gotta let it rip with that one. Let's see. Can I check my map on the gamepad? So this way leads to a dead end, so I'm gonna go this way first. We've got this rotatey thingamajig in the center. Okay, I need 2 things on that. Whoop! I need 2 of these little statue lads for this button. But I only have the 1, and I think I need them to stay on the button, so I don't think I can just touch the other one. Like, I think I have to stay standing on it for it to work. Yeah, I need to stand on it and then go on the platform, so I think I might be able to get one of those other statues from a lower level, so I can probably move this thing. It's all coming back to me. Except this thing moves really bonkers slow. Oh, there's only 2 levels to it, though. Okay, we've got a bunch of these bugs. I think this might be where the spinner might come in handy. The spinner can kill things. This is also where Link's ability to run while swinging his sword is useful. You know, a feature that is only in this game for some reason. I guess it's not that useful, it's just like kind of neat. So something unrelated, but it's something that I was thinking about because it's made quite a splash in the gaming space. Hollow Knight Silksong got an official release date. Gamescom just came and went, but and there was a lot of stuff being announced there. Silksong got a trailer, which isn't too surprising because we know that it was coming out this year, unless it got delayed again, which it has not, because the release date got announced. And not only did the release date get announced, it got announced for like 2 weeks from the time it got announced. By now, it's less than 2 weeks. So it basically got shadow dropped, kind of, which is such a move for a game that has been, you know, it's one of those games where people make constant jokes about, oh, this game's never going to come out. Yeah, it's one of those games, you know, it's been in development for like what, 7-8 years. It's made quite a big splash because, again, it's been a highly anticipated game for years, a sequel to a game that is beloved, and having played the original Hollow Knight myself now, I can see why that is. And it's led to a few funny things. The first thing is that obviously when a game takes as long as this one has and it gets delayed a lot, obviously some people, myself included, go on the assumption that there must be some kind of problem. Some kind of problem in development, and issues cropped up, something like that. I never once thought that the game was going to get cancelled or anything. No way. Yeah, because the game just kept getting delayed and it was just radio silence for the longest time. A lot of people, again, myself included, thought that the game was having some issues. No, apparently not. So, in an interview with the developers, apparently there was no problem. They just enjoyed developing the game so much that they kind of just kept on doing it. I mean, I didn't know this, but apparently Silksong was originally supposed to be an expansion for the original game, like a DLC of sorts. And then they decided to make it its own full game, which is like, yeah, that's cool. That happens sometimes. And then apparently the reason the game kept getting delayed is because they just had so many ideas and they were having a genuine blast making the game, which is so nice to hear. It's a shame that the game took as long as it did and it kept getting delayed and all that stuff, and we've had to wait so long with no explanation. But the fact that the reason is because they just loved the game and they loved making it, isn't that nice to hear? I mean, that's probably the best reason for a game getting delayed. It's either that or because they don't want to crunch their developers. Like an example of that being the case was with Animal Crossing New Horizons, where it got delayed to the following year because the director didn't want to push the team too hard. They wanted to give them some wiggle room and, not crunch, which is nice. You don't hear a lot of stories about crunch from Nintendo. For all their own flaws, every studio has them. At least Nintendo didn't add crunch to the list. That's nice. At least most of the time, I assume. Maybe they crunch sometimes. I don't know. But it is what a nice reason that the reason that the game has been taking so long is because they love it so much. That's nice. It should lead to this being an amazing final product, right? I have a hard time believing that the game is going to be bad or unpolished, Otherwise, what the hell are they doing with all the time? Oh, that was like a freestyle shot. Wow, good one. And yeah, it's exciting. I imagine that Silk Song is probably going to, at the very least, be as good as the original game. And apparently the original game is like, I don't know, had some trouble development or unpolishedness to it for a while, or at one point in time. The original Hollow Knight was, I guess, clumsily made in a sense. I heard that somewhere once. It's the studio's first game, so that's to be expected, right? So, second game, they've had a lot of experience and they've had a lot of time. I have a hard time believing that Silk Song's going to be bad. It's currently become like the most wishlist game on Steam right now, maybe ever, I have no idea. Actually, so much to a point where apparently the game has been... Because like the game's release date kind of came out of nowhere, out of the blue. Well, not out of the blue, because people were... I'm sure some people were expecting a release date to get announced at Gamescom. But I guess people weren't expecting the release date to be so soon. And because of that, and the game's so widely anticipated, and so many people want to play it, so many people have wishlist it on Steam, it's gotten to a point where other developers of other like indie developers who had their games originally slated for September have decided to just delay their game for the sole reason of because Hollow Knight Silk Song is just going to take all the attention throughout pretty much all of September anyway. Which is funny. Kind of feel bad for the other indie developers, but it's only because they recognize how important and good this game is probably going to be. A lot of the developers probably just want to play it themselves, right? And don't want to... They want to give their games a chance by not having competition with Silk Song. Honestly, pretty smart move. Why won't this guy die? There we go. So that's funny. Must be stressful to be an indie developer right now, unless you're the Silk Song team, or Team Cherry, whatever. When it comes to whether or not I'm going to play Silk Song, 100% I'm going to play it. I think I said as much when I played the original Hollow Knight for the first time on stream about 3 years ago. I hold that playthrough of Hollow Knight in very high regards. It was one of the first playthroughs I did on stream where I was playing a new game. Or, well, it wasn't a new game. It was a new game for me, I mean. Like playing a game for the first time. And not a game that I already had a lot of experience with. It was really fun. I didn't even think I'd like it at first. When I streamed it, it was originally a first impression stream, where I was just going to kind of like try the game out and see how I felt about it. And that led me to playing the whole thing. I don't think I did everything in the game. I did a lot. I'm sure I did most of the major content. I'm sure there are bosses that I didn't do. I didn't do any of like the hard mode DLC refights or anything like that because I was like, I don't think I'm capable of that right now. But I did do most of the main content, major stuff. And yeah, I really ended up loving Hollow Knight. It's a playthrough that I hold very close. It was a really fun kind of fish out of water experience for me because the game Hollow Knight had already been out for years by the time I got around to it. So a lot of people who are ever in my chat for those streams were odds are people who had played the game before. Backseating was never a problem. I made it very clear that I wanted to figure stuff out for myself for the most part. But whenever I did get stuck, it was really nice that I had, support from the chat to give me, a hint or a nudge in the right direction. It's a lot more fun to do that than to just Google stuff if I get stuck. I think asking the chat for help is a lot more fun. It felt more like a team effort. I only ever really asked for help when it came to navigation and knowing where to go, because Metroidvanias intimidate me. I enjoy the movement and the gameplay, the basic gameplay and the boss fights and stuff, but the navigation and getting lost and not knowing which way is the main progression way and which way is an optional way. Odds are there is no those things don't exist for the most part, kinda. But I pride myself on figuring out every boss that I did on my own. That was cool. It was fun learning the fights. Apparently, according to a couple people from my chat when I played that game, I was rather good at the bosses. I recall someone saying something along the lines of, "You kind of suck at navigating, but you're actually really good at the boss fights." Now, that was kind of a backhanded compliment, but it was accurate, so I can't really be mad at it. And he said I was good at the fights, which is, what I enjoyed the most, so that was neat. So when it comes to Silksong, I am 100% going to play it, but I'm not going to play it right away. Everyone else is going to be playing it right away, and I'm not really too concerned about spoilers. I think I'll be fine. Also, I'm dying. I'm going to drink some of my Yeti soup. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit before playing Silksong. Firstly, because I already have a bunch of other games I'm occupied with on my agenda, and secondly, because I can wait. I don't need to play it right away. As much as I liked Hollow Knight, I didn't like it like that much. I liked it, but it's not like I absolutely got to play this as soon as possible. It's not one of those kinds of games for me. What I'm essentially planning on doing is when the game comes out, I'm going to in my own time, I'm going to replay the original Hollow Knight again in my own time. I won't stream it. I thought about maybe doing like just a one-off stream, just playing the beginning of the game on stream. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that. It'd kind of be an interesting like nostalgia trip. Something like that. Okay, I really want to get up there. It looks like my hookshot should be grabbing that, right? It looks like I'm basically there. Okay. Okay, I've got to weigh this so that I can get on there. Yeah, so when Silksong comes out, I'm going to play the original Hollow Knight again on my own time. I might do like a first, the first like few hours of the game on stream. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do that next week, because it'd be better if I did that before Silksong came out, because it'd be kind of weird if I'm playing the original while everyone else is playing Silksong. And then I'm going to just replay Hollow Knight for the second time ever, because I haven't touched the game since I streamed it. And again, that was 3 years ago. And yeah, I'm going to replay it, and I'm going to have some fun with it, ideally. Is that Poe? And then once I'm done replaying Hollow Knight again, and once I have an open slot in my stream schedule, I'll go ahead and do Silksong. And by then, I imagine most people who probably would want to play Silksong as soon as possible probably would have by then. So that way it could potentially recreate that fish out of water, I'm the only one who doesn't know what I'm doing scenario that I enjoyed when I played Hollow Knight for the first time, where there's like potentially people in the chat who could help me out if I get stuck because they played it before me. Because I thought that was fun. Hopefully I don't get any backseating, but I didn't get any backseating for the original Hollow Knight. I made it clear that I didn't want people to tell me what to do all the time. I just wanted, you know, if I want help, I'll ask for it. I also just like the idea of, like, it seemed like in the chat when I was playing Hollow Knight, there were a few people who were anticipating me getting to certain bits. And that was a cool feeling. Like, people were interested to see what I thought of certain things. It was kind of nice. So yeah, I'd like to try and recreate that again for Silksong. And who knows, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I can wait. I don't need to play the game right away. I hope I don't get spoiled. I can't imagine I will. I did a similar thing for Deltarune when chapters 3 and 4 came out, where I didn't play the new chapters right away. Instead, I waited for them to be released, and then I replayed chapters 1 and 2, only the difference only being that I played those on stream because I didn't stream them originally. And then I played chapters 3 and 4, so that by that point, most people who wanted to play those right away would have by that point. So yeah, same diff. And yeah, I did have a fair amount of people in my chat who had played it before, who had played the new chapters before me and were, you know, willing to give me advice or something. I don't really need advice most of the time. But I appreciated it, and there were people anticipating stuff that I was doing, which, again, nice feeling. Okay, I need to stay on that button. I think I'm supposed to get that statue down with the dungeon item, but we have these shell things, and it feels like I can get the key early if I use these shells. Because that chest is definitely the boss key. And plate. There we go. You're using your noodle. Whoa, 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 whoa. We got the big key. Okay, let's go. So yeah, long story short, Silksong's exciting. Not going to play it right away because I want to replay the original again. But when I am done replaying it, I will play Hollow Knight Silksong on stream, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see how they've improved it. That's another reason as to why, you know, it's not just, I don't just want to replay Hollow Knight again just for the sake of filling out time while I'm waiting for everyone else to play Silksong. I also just want the game to refresh my mind. Again, it's been over 3 years since I played it on stream. And I just want to remember it. Mainly because it'd be good to get practice for Silksong so that I'm not completely, you know, starting from scratch and having to relearn everything right then and there. I'm sure Silksong is going to have a bunch of new stuff to learn, but still. But also because I'd like for stuff like the story to be fresh in my mind, and also the mechanics, so that I can recognize any of the improvements that Silksong is likely to make. And yeah, I don't really remember anything about the game's plot, to be honest. The plot was the plot is very much shrouded in mystery throughout most of it, where you're kind of getting little pieces in the world. The game doesn't really have much in the ways of cutscenes. It's all, I mean, it has plenty of dialogue, but there's not like lore dumps where you're told everything, you know. You gotta piece it together on your own, and well, somewhat on your own. And yeah, I was kind of in the dark about the plot for the most part, and I still don't even really know if I fully get what the plot is in Hollow Knight. Even when I streamed it, I think I was like, wow, look at all this cool stuff that's happening. I didn't fully understand what I was doing. I thought that I was playing as the Hollow Knight the whole time. I thought the Hollow Knight was me. But no, that's not true. So But and maybe it was obvious. I have no idea. So yeah, I think it'd be good to refresh on the plot. I don't know how much of a sequel Silksong is to Hollow Knight 1 in like a direct sequel sense, like if it follows up from the game and you kind of need to know what happened in the first game to understand. I don't, maybe it's not even a sequel, maybe it's a prequel, like for all I know. I actually don't know. I don't know if they've revealed that or not. Maybe that's the kind of thing where it's going to be very, very vague, and it's going to be like, oh, you think it's a sequel, but then a twist happens and you realize it's actually a prequel the whole time. And, you know, gotcha, pranked. Could be that. Perhaps I shouldn't overanalyze it. But I'm gonna anyway. It's a habit. Wow, every monster in this dungeon is really giving me a beating. I'm losing so much health. I've got plenty of restoring items. I've got 4 empty bottles in total, and I've used one of them, so I've got 3 left. I've got 2 red potions and a purple potion, which is apparently Great Fairy Tears, which I'm sure will taste very nice. That's a creepy thing to say, never mind. Okay, let's put some stuff on this baton. I don't know what this does. That did nothing. I think it lowered the platform, maybe. That'll be useful later. I think the dungeon item is coming up, because this next room is very circular and boss roomy. Hello? We're not fight. Oh no, okay, we're fighting. Ah, it's a dark nut. The dark nuts in this game are a I was gonna say a different word. They're a real piece of work in this game. They've got a cool design and cool swords. And they look actually intimidating. Well, the ones in Wind Waker, they're not intimidating, but you know, everything in that game kind of looks adorable. And they're also dogs in that game. I mean, that might also be the case in this game as well. I don't know, they're wearing armor. Man, I imagine this will be really difficult without the sword skills. But it's cool that there are enemies in this game that really incentivize them. Because you need to, you know, break his balance and defense and then get him. Oh, you left yourself open, mate. Link looks so offended, like, oh, he threw a sword at me. Ow. Link doesn't know how to throw swords in this game, not until Breath of the Wild, at least. Ouch. I should be careful. If I get hit 1 or 2 more times, I'm going to be dead, and I don't have any fairies. My items need to be used manually. Ow. Oh, I didn't take any damage, we just collided. Oh, Link is really a little guy in this game. I mean, I get, what, like, how old is he? He's like 16, 17? They never say. He looks about, I imagine, 16, 17. Link is even shorter in Breath of the Wild, as far as I can tell. And I think he's about 16 in that game. Link has always just been a little guy. Most of the time, Zelda is taller than him. But you know, that happens. You know, men aren't always taller than women. And, you know, it changes. I remember when I was growing up, my twin, who, you know, was identified as female. Okay, you got the Dominion rod. This ancient rod. Oh, sorry. This amazing rod can infuse ancient statues with life. Hold it with the thing and then give life to statues. A statue brought to life will move like its master. So that's cool. Want a bit of that. Let's have a bit of that. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, my twin was taller than me for a good while we were younger, and then I took over, and now my twin is you know, little. Anyway, so this is the Dominion Rod, one of the most unique and interesting items in this game. Most of the items in this game are your fairly standard Zelda affair: bombs, hookshot, bows, iron boots, slingshot, boomerang. Actually, almost every item in this game is an item that's been in previous Zelda games, except for maybe the ball and chain. And this one, the Dominion Rod. This one allows you to see these specific statues and give life to them. And once they are given life, they will essentially copy you. They're not like AI companions, they literally move as you do. And you can even use the Dominion Rod to have them use their weapon. It's a really interesting idea, and it has some pretty creative puzzles, but again, it's not really used a ton outside of this dungeon. Mainly because it can only be done on these specific statues with these like holes in them. It's like you're giving them a heart. Go on up in there. They also can't use doors, so we have to put them into these bells to transport them to different areas. I should probably also heal up from that fight. Man, hero mode in this game is a lot more. It's a bit more tricky compared to at least Wind Waker and Skyward Sword. I recently replayed Skyward Sword off stream just for funsies, also because I needed gameplay footage of it, so I just decided to just play through the whole game. And it was yeah, hero mode in those games aren't that hard. Especially in Skyward Sword, I had to actually give myself a handicap on top of hero mode. Usually the thing with hero mode is that you take double damage and recovery hearts don't appear. Usually hearts appear from grass or pots and stuff, and you can collect them to restore a heart. But in hero mode, those don't appear, which is why I'm always low on health. Can I have my friend here take care of these? You can actually have your guy hit you if you're not careful. Like if I were to hit the attack button now, he would obviously hit me, which would hurt. So you've got to be a little bit careful. Yeah, in Skyward Sword I had to give myself a handicap because you know, you take double damage and recovery hearts don't appear, but in Skyward Sword, first of all, that game is not that hard. And second of all, there is an item in that game called the Heart Medallion, which is not difficult to get, and you can even just buy one from a shop. Which in the normal game, in like the regular normal difficulty, the Heart Medallion just makes it so that recovery hearts appear more frequently. So again, another way to make even the normal mode easier. But in hero mode, it just makes it so that recovery hearts just appear in general. Which kind of removes a part of the hero mode experience. So when I replayed Skyward Sword in hero mode, I decided to not use the Heart Medallion. And yeah, the game was a bit tricky. I had to be a bit more careful, which I was not, but I should have been. But it still wasn't that hard, even with that. At least potions were a bit more useful. Ordinarily, I don't think I need to use potions in Zelda games that often. Yeah, I liked having to actually manage potions and really think about them and have to use them, which is cool, which is what I like. Because again, potions don't feel that useful in most Zelda games a lot of the time. But yeah, this game, comparatively to Skyward Sword and Wind Waker, is a lot tougher with its hero mode. There's a button. That's how I get it into the bell. Yeah, this isn't the only kind of statue that you can take control of. These little baby ones, they can also be taken control of as well. You can just pick them up, but again, when they're out of my reach like that, it's good to possess them like that. Also, what happens when I attack them? It looked like it just shook a little. That is cute. Look at that. Little guy. Whoops, I did this wrong. Hold on. I'm supposed to put it on the platform first. No. Something keeps turning around. There we go. I'm looking forward to this weekend. Not only because of the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds network test that I mentioned before, but also a new game. Well, not a new game. Essentially a DLC releases on Friday, and I'm going to streamify it. And that is Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Star Cross World. Which is exciting, because I played Kirby and the Forgotten Land a few years ago when it first came out, and I really liked it. It was my first Kirby game, and it's the only Kirby game I've played even now. I haven't gotten around to really playing any others, but I really liked it. Kirby and the Forgotten Land piqued my interest right from the start, so because I love 3D platformers. So, you know, I played it, I liked it. I didn't stream the whole game back then though. Back then I was a little bit more picky about which games I streamed because I wasn't confident in my abilities. But now I don't really care, so I'm going to stream it this time. So it'll be my second time playing the game, but it will be my first time playing all the new Star-Crossed World content, which is exciting. I don't really know what it all entails exactly, but I think it will be good. It seems like it's just got kind of like remixed versions of levels from the base game with new areas and stuff. It's essentially DLC, which is cool because the game didn't get DLC originally, which was kind of a shame because the game was good and I feel like it could have benefited that from it. It's getting it now though, so yeah, that game comes out actually on Thursday, but Thursday is not a day I usually stream on, so I'm just going to do it on Friday. And I have a playthrough slot open, so it seems just a bit perfect then, don't it? So yeah, it's exciting. I'm going to be playing that. Don't know if anyone will really be interested in watching me stream that, but I think what I want to play, I think, comes first in my eyes. It's how I had the most fun, and yeah. Oh god, these little wanting to say big boy words. These little freaks are really irritating me because they're really difficult to hit, and they're like, ooh, look, I'm gonna wriggle all around and I'm gonna hit you, and then you're gonna get hit, and then you're gonna get hit again and again and again and again. It's annoying. Don't like them very much. Okay, I need to weigh down this platform with these little guys who look like Mike Wazowskis. You know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful that the temperature is oh wait, there's a bunch of them just literally right here. What's the point of having one of them be over there on that very obvious platform then, if there's 3 of them here? And they're way easier to get to. Yeah, whatever. Nintendo wants to give you options. There we go, alright. Well, okay. I need to get it over here. Can I not just move it from here? Just about reaches. And then I need to weigh the other side down now. But yeah, Kirby is exciting. I've neglected to really play any other Kirby games. I remember when I played Forgotten Land, I was like, oh, maybe this will make me want to try out some other Kirby games. And I have wanted to, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I guess because I'm not that motivated to. 2D Kirby, the 2D Kirby games don't excite me as much as Forgotten Land did. I don't know why. It's not like I don't like 2D platformers. I do. It just kind of depends. I think 3D platformers are more of a shoo-in, while 2D platformers, they need to really appeal to me first before I can really want to play them. I guess I should just give Kirby just a shot, you know. Yeah, I don't know. They don't excite me. My biggest thing with Kirby is that because Kirby can basically fly all the time, it makes me feel like, what's the point of doing all the platforming and stuff if you can fly over it? But I'm sure there's more to it than that, so just gotta give it a try. I've been thinking about just starting from the first game and just playing through all of them. Also, hello there, Snack Pigeon, my favorite pigeon that I know. I mean, you are the only sentient talking pigeon that I know personally, but that's why you are my favorite. Hope you're doing alright. Okay, can I destroy? Oh, there's a button here. There we go. I'm the only pigeon you know. Bar isn't very high. Well, you know, if I ever come into contact with another talking pigeon, then you'll probably, you know, still be you'll probably still be at the top, so that's nice. I'm okay. I got sent home from work within 5 minutes. Really? Not for anything bad. Just some crazy stuff went down yesterday, so she was like, nah, take the day off, that's too much. Really? Oh, okay. I thought for a sec there that maybe you got sick or something. You came down with something. No, alright. Interesting. I'm kind of curious as to what bad thing happened. But I don't want to pry into your business. Did someone, maybe someone, I don't know. If I imagine what it was, then maybe that would be more interesting. Maybe someone went psycho and there was like something crazy happened. I remember there was a time once when I worked at a college where I went on my lunch break, and I always go on my lunch break at the same time every day, and my colleagues knew that. When I came back, they were very concerned because they were like, "Oh my god, I'm so glad that you weren't here." And I was like, why? What happened? And so apparently there was a student who kind of got a little bit angry and a tad violent. I don't think anybody got hurt or anything, but there was like I guess she had that crazy eye situation going on. And because everyone there knew how passive and nervous I generally was, they were like, I'm glad that you weren't here because we don't know what she was gonna do. And I was like, oh, okay. There was a part of me that kind of wished I was there because I do love a little bit of drama, but yeah, I guess it's for the best. Yeah, let's pretend that happened. Also, hi there, funny guy. Yeah, that's strange. Oh, that's very much. You're just a soft, caring bean, and that's okay. Ah, thank you. That's the best kind of bean. I don't know. Sometimes I like to think that I can, you know, drop some serious attitude if I need to. But I only ever do that in my head, so in actual like situations, I usually freeze up, and then I don't think of a clever or witty thing to say until after the fact. Don't you hate that? I'm sure we've all been there. Also, I've never been in a fight before, so that probably wouldn't have gone well. No, the best kind are jelly beans. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that makes sense. I struggle to think of a better bean than the jelly variety, although I can't eat too many of those because they get a little bit sickly after a while. Ah, here's my buddy. Pixel, the type of guy to to threaten to beat you up with words. Yeah, words can hurt. Although, I don't know. There's a struggle. You don't want to take things too far. I don't think I would ever like say anything actually hurtful. I'd probably just say, you know, the truth in a way that makes someone feel stupid. That's how I dealt with bullies at school, eventually. Because I was not confident in dealing with that kind of situation either for a while. Crap, I'm stuck. It was a very... Oh god. I did have this one guy at school who didn't, like, bully me in the traditional sense, to be honest. Like in the sense that, you know, it never get, like, physical or violent or anything like that. He just seemed to want to go out of his way to annoy me as much as possible. And would try to get me in trouble, because I never got in trouble for anything. Because I never wanted to... I never really got in trouble for anything, not because I wanted to be, like, you know, perfect, good little student. That was more of a perk. The reason I never got in trouble for anything is because, one, I didn't really have much difficulty doing that, and also because I just didn't want extra hassle. I didn't want attentions, like, that cuts into my after-school video game time, so I didn't want any of that. So I never got into trouble for anything, and because of that, this one kid always wanted to try and get me into trouble by, you know, tricking me or tricking teachers. Never worked, by the way, because my teachers weren't stupid. There was one time where I was sitting at the back of the class and he was sitting at the front of the class, and then randomly out of nowhere he said to the teacher that I threw like a scrap of paper at him, which I did not. And the teacher didn't even acknowledge him. He just said, just be quiet. I was like, yeah, my teacher isn't stupid. Also, it's flattering to think that he actually thought that my aim was that good, because I was sitting 3 rows behind him. So yeah, it never worked. I almost got suspended from school from what I said to a girl once. Half the room misheard me, and then my year head came to me and was like, did you actually say that? And I was like, no, and she was like, sound? And I was fine. The teacher wasn't happy at the time, though. Man, so people just like misheard you. Damn. That's a pretty chill year head, though. Yeah, I didn't really have any major bullies that were like abusive in that way. Just the annoying kind that tried to, you know, get on my nerves a lot. One time I distinctly remember a proud moment of mine where he was, you know, getting on my nerves again, as he tend to do. And then I kind of just decided to be as honest as possible. And I literally asked him a question that he probably wasn't expecting me to ask, which was, why do you do it? why do you seem to want to give me problems? What's that about? What's going on in the mind of you? I kind of like psychoanalyzed him for a sec there, which he probably wasn't expecting me to do. I ended up revealing to him the truth that it's probably because he's bored, or because he thinks it's funny and it makes him look good in front of other people. I then decided to I essentially decided to be like, hey, why don't you try getting on my nerves when you don't have anybody around? See how that works. Because I guarantee it will be incredibly awkward and probably won't be as fun for you. And then he said, I will. And then, spoiler alert, he never did. He never bothered me again after that. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't have to... All it took was being a little bit honest. Maybe honesty is the best policy or some crap. Well, yeah, but if I actually said what I thought, I'd probably not have finished school. Damn. That's been pretty bad. She knew I wasn't a troublemaker, I wouldn't say derogatory things, basically. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. I wonder how you got misheard then. Yeah, I only ever got a detention once. Which is shocking because I feel like I would have gotten detention more times because I was very bad about doing homework. No one likes homework, right? I struggle to think of a person who actually likes homework. They don't exist. And if you say that they do, I bet you're either lying or crazy or in denial. But I never liked homework, and I would so frequently put it off until the day before. I know they say to not do that, but I only ever got one detention for that. My homework would always be incredibly half-assed, but hey, I only ever got one detention for it. And the only reason I got the detention wasn't because I didn't do the homework, I just did the wrong homework. Essentially, I was given a worksheet to do, and I just did the wrong page. It was like a bunch of math equations, and I just did the wrong page, and I got a detention for that. So it wasn't because I didn't do it, I just did the wrong thing. Which seems like giving me a detention for that is a little bit rude. It seems a bit unnecessary, because it's not like I just made a mistake, you know? Mistakes are okay, right? But no, I got detention anyway. Honestly, I might have been able to negotiate my way out of it, but I was too scared, so I did not. I'll tell you when we're next in VC. Okay, cool. I get the gossip, yes, the drama. And it was because I didn't do homework. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm against homework. I think it doesn't actually. I don't know. Maybe statistics show that homework is beneficial, but I personally feel like in a lot of cases it probably doesn't help much. I don't know. I don't know. It depends what the pie charts say, I suppose. It's easy for me to just say, based on my humble opinion, that homework isn't actually all that beneficial, but yeah, what do I know? I think school uniform is pointless. Here, you know, I know that like in certain parts of the world, like America, you don't really have uniform unless you're from like a particular kind of school. But here in the UK, we wear school uniform, and I think school uniform is pointless. You can achieve the same thing that school uniform does with like an ID or a lanyard with a badge on it. That's what we did at when I was a student in college, and that worked, and it was way cheaper. School uniform's expensive. It's just money. And why can't I throw this stupid rock? I got detention a couple times, but it was effing hilarious. The reason I'd get detention was because I wouldn't do any work for a subject. Funnily enough, the subject was on the Irish language. Really? We didn't get a choice of learning Irish. That sounds interesting. And I go every time, but the teacher... that was supposed to be there never was. Oh, interesting. Sounds like that's not your problem. Cool that you'd had Irish, though. The only languages we had in my school was either French, German, or Spanish, and I didn't even get a choice. Apparently my school had a curriculum for Spanish and German, but I never got the choice. I don't know at what point in time I was ever, you know, supposed to. Like, no one ever came up to me and was like, "Hey, which language do you want to do?" I was just kind of roped into French, and I didn't get no choice. I would have gladly done Spanish because Spanish is okay. French is quite nice, but Spanish, like, that's a cool language. Not really. I'm sure German might be nice as well, but personally, I feel like French and Spanish are cooler. And yeah, no offense to anybody who is German or speaks German. I don't know. You can make fun of my language if you want. If it makes us even. The gossip is too intense for a Pixel Key stream. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I appreciate you thinking of that. Look, no one be doing homework in their full-time careers. Why you gotta do it in school? Kids need a life. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think there's a lot more downsides to homework than upsides. For younger students, more often than not, the parents have to help, right? And that's taking away their time and you know, stuff like that. And you know, again, I don't think it really matters, and you spend a good chunk of your time at school anyway, and then you have to go back home and do more school stuff, you know, young children having the free time is an important part of personal growth as well, I think. Maybe something like that. I don't know, something deep. Just pretend I said. It's not all about school. School is important, but it's not all about school. So I just wait like 10 to 15 minutes and write a sticky note basically saying I showed up and you didn't, so I'm going. Wow, the attitude. That's why it's funny. Funny guy, yeah. That's where you get your name from. It's because you're really funny. Man, I would not have the gall to do that. I always went to all my lessons. The only time I ever skipped a lesson was in college once, and I felt incredibly terrible about it. But when I came back the next time, no one noticed. It was in college once, and it was actually the day before Christmas break. And I had a class that started at 4:30 p.m. and it was really annoying because back then I had like 2-hour lunch breaks and I didn't have any friends at the time, so I had nothing to do with my 2 hours. So I'd usually just sit and wait or do homework in the library because, you know, if I'm going to be wasting my time, I might as well do something with it, so I don't have to do it at home. And then my twin came up to me and was like, "Hey, Jason, I'm heading home. Do you want to catch the bus with me?" And then I was like, "Nah, I got a class, sorry." And then they were like, "Well, why don't you just not go?" And I was like, "Perish the thought! I can't do that." And then Grim tried to. I think Grim tried to trick me into skipping by saying that they heard a rumor that the final class of the day got cancelled because of Christmas break. Now, I didn't really believe that, but after like about 20 minutes of trying to convince me, I was eventually like, okay, all right, I'll leave. I'll leave early. I'll skip a class. I'll live outside of the law because you told me to. I'm exaggerating. But that's what it felt like at the time. And then I got on the bus and I felt really guilty the entire bus ride over. I think Grim probably in the end regretted making me tag along because they got a little bit irritated with me being stressed out on the bus ride, being like, "Oh dear, I hope I don't get found out." And then Grim's probably just like, "Let me sleep, please." But yeah, I after Christmas break was over, like a few weeks later, I came back and no one said anything, so I don't think they noticed I was gone. So, you know, perks of being the kid in the background is that it makes skipping classes a lot easier. I only made use of that one time, but yeah. It wasn't a very interesting class anyway. It was like IT. But you know, like the boring side of IT. Like the the business or whatever. Boring. Okay, I've been autopiloting my way through this entire dungeon. I've just been talking about random whatever stuff this entire time. And apparently I blinked and now I'm at the end of the dungeon now. That's what it feels like. And I've got all the chests, so I can just go now. Oh, wait, the boss of this dungeon is actually really bonkers cool. But it's also really creepy, so if you have arachnophobia, warning. It's not a Zelda game without a giant spider boss, though, so... ouch. Business side of ID, thinking about it makes me shiver, yeah. I mean, it wasn't just that, but it was also... I don't think it's rude for me to say, because I am just being honest here, and my teacher was actually very nice, but he had a very thick accent, and I didn't always understand what he was saying. Also because he just talked really fast, on top of his accent. I don't remember what his accent was. No, I don't remember what it was. It does. I can't recall, but it was very, you know, prominent. And especially when he started talking really quickly, I was like, oh, I can't write notes on all this. But he was really nice. All my teachers in that year was nice. Probably the most boring year of my education ever, because it was a subject that I wasn't particularly thrilled about, but I had to do it because I couldn't do the subject I wanted to do until the following year. And I didn't have any friends. I mean, I was too nervous to talk to anybody, and I was never really pushed into talking to anybody, and no one there was really someone I really clicked with. I don't really have much in common with anyone there. Okay, what am I doing? Am I supposed to claw shot this? No. Okay, I'm stuck. Oh wait, I can just use my magical thing. Get it off the button. There we go. Yeah, even though the subject was really boring, my teachers were nice. My one of my teachers noticed how quiet and like off on my own I was, and was like, "Oh, don't worry, I've seen this happen before. By the end of the year, you'll be incredibly lively and you know, talkative and potentially disruptive." And then I was like, "Oh, it's cute that you think that." I did open up a little bit, but no. The following year was a lot better. I had a good few friends and they were brilliant. Also, I was doing a subject I cared about. Oh yeah, I had a business studies teacher that had a very thick Scottish accent, but nobody wanted to ask if she could repeat herself as she was the vice principal. Yeah. That's a tricky situation. It's kind of a lose-lose. I don't think I have a problem understanding like very thick Scottish accents because a portion of my family is Scottish on my dad's side, and a couple of my grandparents had a bit of an accent there. So yeah, okay, this thing is freaky as hell. Am I supposed to? Oh, it's got lasers. Yeah, I don't like how big it is. I don't like its legs. Also, we gotta take control of the statue and, like, absolutely batter the crap out of it. I don't like its legs. If it were moving any faster, I would... This game might be a horror game. Because like it's the legs, and if that's disgusting. It's the legs, and then if it was moving like super fast, I couldn't handle it. I also do not like the sound. Also, it just pooped out many babies. And yeah, it can shoot lasers out of its eyeball. Why not? Yeah, this boss is really cool. The fact that you have to take control of one of these things and just punch it. I mean, I don't want to touch this thing. So having a statue punch it is a lot better than me doing it. That is nasty. That is McNasty. These little buggers are so annoying. Okay, where is he? Ah! Bam! Is it 3? Rule of 3? There we go. I don't like how they shrivel up. Oh, what? Okay, Link's face was very comedic. Also, I completely forgot about this. I forgot that it does a little fake out. I think it's as simple as just shoot it. There we go. There you go, you little clever little sneak. I forgot they did a little fake out. Link's face was really funny. I'm well adept with the Scottish accent now because of her. It does help that I was in the same primary school class as her son. Oh, cool. Three of the mirror shards are ours. Just one left. I would sometimes get made fun of in school because of my accent. I mean, everybody was British in my school, but the thing about my school is that everyone was a lot more chavvy, and you know, didn't use, I guess, what you would call like proper English, which is, you know, there's lots of different dialects. So it's not like it's an issue. It's just everybody was like that. Well, most people in my school were like that, and I was the only one who talked like I do. You know, I would actually pronounce the T in water, for example. And I would sometimes get made fun of for being really posh. They would say that I was really posh. I don't know if that's the word I would use. I was just significantly more posh than them. That doesn't mean I'm posh. I don't think so. I don't know. If I was posh, I feel like I could be more posh if I wanted to. Believe me. Anyway, Link. You saw how nasty that monster was, right? Oh, I noticed, yeah. I noticed that one. The evil within the shard is more powerful than you can imagine. I'm gonna put it in my brain. You know, we could be assembling something really terrible here. It could be something that we'd ultimately have to destroy. Ooh, the foreshadowing. We have to hurry. Let's find the last shard, Link. We have to reach the sky, but that's where the last shard is supposed to be. Oakley dokley. I'm gonna grab this. I was watching a Let's Play of someone playing The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker for the first time. They forgot to grab the heart container before leaving the dungeon. Or leaving a dungeon. and the entire live chat was screaming at them. It was the first time they were playing a Zelda game, so. But it made me think, like, huh, yeah, I guess people do that. It's not. It's probably kind of easy to miss the heart piece or that heart container. Anyway, that's it. We now must return to the future. But first, I'm going to activate my magical stick on this. Oh, it's Poe. Because once we leave this dungeon, the Dominion Rod is going to be useless. It straight up loses all its power, and you can't use it for, like, a good while. Which is total bullcrap. But it's because of plot or something. I don't remember the reason why the Dominion Rod loses power. Maybe it's something time travel? I don't know. It's something I don't think about too often, but the Zelda series has a lot of time travel in it. Oh yeah, what's really cool about this treasure chest is that once we return to the present, I pointed it out in a previous stream, but there is a treasure chest in the present that's all decayed in about this space in this area in the present, but it's all decayed and worn out. I wonder if the chest is now going to be open now that I've opened it. Or maybe it was always open and it's like a closed loop thing where I was always supposed to open it. But what if I didn't open it, huh? What about that? I didn't have to. I didn't have to get that heart piece. So I don't remember if it was closed before, but that would be a really cool touch. But yeah, time travel is actually fairly common in Zelda. It's something I forget about a lot, but most Zelda games have at least some kind of time travel shenanigans going on. If it's not time travel, it's a time anomaly, time loop. In this case, this is the only dungeon in the game that has anything to do with time travel, but it's something. Well done, adventurer. Uku sees what she was looking for. Goodness, yes, it's the Dominion Rod you found in the temple. But that thing has been around for quite some time. I can see from here that its magic has been exhausted. Oh, what am I to do? I thought at last I could return to the sky. You going to heaven now, are we? And I've completely forgotten the spell that would once again bestow it with magic. It can't be helped. I suppose I'll just have to look for the statues that respond to the rod. It's decided. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do indeed. Well, Uku is on her way. See you again. Bye, little freak. Why is her son staring at me? I don't like how he was looking at me as he was flying away. It's nightmare fuel. This game could have been a horror game. They could a few tweaks here and there, and this could have been a horror game. This game is only Peggy 12. And if it's not time travel, it's some kind of alternate world. Yeah, it's like it's time or space shenanigans. Hey, wait, what did you do to the Dominion Rod? She's gone. I suppose a useless rod is just more baggage, but what are we going to do? I don't think it's useless. We could still probably really batter someone with this. Did she just say something about returning to the sky? The last piece of the mirror is also said to be in the heavens. If we can restore magic to the Dominion Rod, maybe it will come in handy. And there we go. Yeah, now the Dominion Rod is a crusty piece of crap. It looks kind of cool though. I'd hang this up in my house. Okay, we've got to restore magic to the whatever thing, so we got to do that. The first order of business is to go back to Hyrule Castle. But yeah, it's either in Zelda games it's either time travel or some kind of alternate world, or both. Like Ocarina of Time is obviously very time travel centric, with you going back and forth between the past and the future. Majora's Mask is interesting because it revolves around a 3-day time loop where the world ends at the end of the 3rd day. You know, Groundhog Day situation. And then Wind Waker. Does Wind Waker have any time travel in it? It has you going down to to like the old kingdom of Hyrule, but that's not time travel. The castle when you get there is frozen in time, but I don't think that's quite the same thing. I don't recall any other time travel-y shenanigans happening in that game. There was originally a concept in that game's development, apparently, where Link was supposed to age over time. But I guess they scrapped that. Mr. Link, wait! Oh, we got mail. It's probably going to be something I already know. Greetings, Mr. Link. I've come to deliver a letter. It's a letter from Renato. Well, my business has concluded. I'm going to power run away. Got more fan mail. Link, it's about Ilya's memory. There's something about Ilya's memory that I wish to tell you. I know you're busy, but please come to visit me at my sanctuary in Kakariko Village. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think Wind Waker has any time travel, now that I think about it. This game has a bit of time travel with that last dungeon I just did. So there's that. And then there's Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword has some pretty cool time travel stuff. I recently replayed it just for fun. And that game has some pretty neat time travel stuff. Nothing too head-scratching, but really interesting concepts at the very least. Skyward Sword has the time shift stones, which are these magical stones where if you hit them, a certain radius around you, or around the stone, will get thrown back in time. But just the radius. It's really interesting. So like, you're in a desert, and then if you hit the stone, time around the stone will revert back to when it used to be like a grassland. With robots running around, but then in the present day, all the robots are destroyed and decayed, and it's a desert. And it's cool. It's a really cool time travel concept. For some reason, Link is not affected by it, probably because he's the one who hits the stone, but whatever. And then on top of that, there's also, later on in Skyward Sword, you have access to something called the Gate of Time, which basically allows you to travel from one point in time to the other, but it's at a fixed moment in time, so you can only travel back like thousands of years in the past. You can't choose how far back you go. But there's a really cool puzzle in that game surrounding it, where you need this special tree of life to grow, but it takes too long to grow, so you have to plant it in the past. And then when you return to the future, the tree is fully grown. And what's cool is that it's like a weird time paradox thing, because like before you plant the tree in the past, some NPCs are like, hey, it'd be neat if we planted a tree here, it'd really brighten the place up. But then when you go into the past and plant the tree and then it's fully grown in the future, everybody acts like it's always been there, which is really cool. Time paradoxes are fun. I like time travel. Time travel is cool. I know it can be a bit messy, but I think it's cool, which outweighs the messiness. I love a bit of time travel. I know that time travel can sometimes be a one-way street into plot hole hell, but I appreciate the cool factor more than the plot hole factor. I recently found out that Kakariko Village is pronounced Kakariko Village when I would always say cack, which is a word that means poop. So it's probably for the best that I'm not calling it that anymore. But, you know, it's hard to know how to pronounce made-up fictional names of things, especially in a series that didn't have voice acting until recent years. So, not my fault. There are some instances where people get certain fantasy words in this game wrong in a way that doesn't make sense to me. Like, as an example, Gerudo is the name of an area in the Zelda series, but I I once heard some people pronounce it as Gerudo with a J sound, even though it's spelt with a G. And I know that a G can sometimes make a J sound, but there is no logical reason to assume that for that word that it would. I feel like Gerudo makes more sense, personally. Me with my high and mighty voice right now. But that's just me. But again, fantasy words, it's hard to know how to pronounce things. It's, people have a similar problem with Pokemon. Pokemon isn't known for having voice acting, at least in the games. This guy's terrifying. So, certain Pokemon are a little bit hard to know how to pronounce them. Like Arceus. Some people say Arceus. I refuse to officially say Arceus because it has the word arse in it. And Arceus makes more sense because arc is an actual word and it sounds cooler. Who are you, little human? The young lady's acquaintance? I completely forgot about Ilya and the whole amnesia subplot, I'm not gonna lie. It happened so much earlier in the game. Darbus happened to hear that an acquaintance of one of our brothers had lost her memory and was in some trouble. Me? I came down here because I have a little something to discuss with the shaman. Ah, I've been waiting for you, Link. I haven't hydrated this entire time. Hold on. Refreshing. Fortune has smiled upon us. If things go well, we should be able to help Ilya recover her memory. Do you know Telma's friend Shad? Well, it seems he is researching the heavens, and he's come here to see the statue in the basement of the sanctuary. And, as I have learned, when Ilya was saved, she overheard someone talking about the Rod of the Heavens, or something like that. The Goron Elder believes that to help her regain her lost memories, we must piece together the fragments of her past. Which means, if we work our way backward from the very place where she lost her memory, we may find something that will help restore it. Now we must retrace Ilya's path. I am certain it was Telma who cared for her before she arrived at this village, was it not? It would be best to speak to her first. Please, take this to Telma. Man, that sucks. I was literally right over there a second ago. Shames me to say it, but to be honest, I cannot abide Telma's company. We have a fighting chance, Link. Why do you not like her? Well, what do you think about all this, girly teen girl? I remember being saved from a dangerous situation by someone who told me about the Rod of the Heavens. But now I can't remember the who, why, where, or what it all means. Do you really think I'll recover my memory? I regret that a complete stranger like yourself got caught up in all of this because of me. I'm so sorry. Is there any reason as to why we shouldn't tell her that we know her? Or is it like, her memory is fragile and we don't want to burden her or whatever. Also drama. Gotta love some drama. I don't know. Is it wrong for me to enjoy a bit of drama? I'm back. Welcome back. We have got to go find the power to restore the Dominion Rod. Fun fact about the Dominion Rod, it's actually a weapon that you can use in Hyrule Warriors. It can be used by Zelda, of all people, and she can like wave it around and have giant statues beat the crap out of everything. It's pretty fun. I gotta play more Hyrule Warriors. I did a stream of it a few weeks ago. But I intended for Hyrule Warriors to just be a game that I just come back to whenever just every now and then, so. Okay, we've got to give her this letter. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, I give to you a letter. Ooh, well, if it isn't from Renato the Shaman, and this writing, and he doesn't all this writing, and he doesn't bother to mention a thing about little old me, honey, that's what I would call rude. Well, there's no accounting for the foolishness of a man, and at least I understand Ilya's situation now. Of course, I can. How were you able to read the letter when it was spinning around my hand? That'd be impossible. For some reason, that always happens to everything I hold. It's very confusing and awkward. Of course, I can lend a hand for that adorable little girl. What else do I know? The first one to bring Ilya to this shop was that doctor. Maybe he knows something, but he's a crusty old bat, that's for sure. Ah, I've got it. Honey, you go ahead and take this to him. This magic little paper will get that codger talking. Ah, it is an invoice. It's a very powerful magic indeed. This invoice is for the town doctor's running tab, which is an astronomical sum. I don't understand any of those words. It sure would be nice if she started remembering things soon, eh, Link? Sure. What are you serving here anyway? Your low poly meat products. I think it would be super funny if food was low poly in real life. Like, you ever look at a game like a fruit stand in a game, and the food is like really low poly. I'm sure I can find an example here. Like, we got this meat, we've got the fruit here, like low poly apples or something. I think it'd be really funny if food was low poly in real life. I'd really just I don't know why, I just feel like I'd really enjoy consuming it. You know, I'm supposed to go to the doctor, right? This is like the most lively version of Castletown, I think the series has, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't played all the 2D games, so I don't know for sure about that. Minish Cap was kind of lively in Castletown, but this, like, look at all the people everywhere. There's, like, you can hear, like, the chattering and clamor, and there's shops open, and like, this is such a lively version of Castletown. I really wish we had this in the modern Zelda games, the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, because Castletown isn't really a thing in those games because it's destroyed, and you know, there's just like ash and debris everywhere, and it's for the purposes of the story. But I would have liked to have seen like that place in its heyday, you know. Yeah, what's that? Just as I wondered who it might be, I see it's the admirable young lad who was willing to help the Zora boy for nary a single rupee. Just what is it you want, lad? A physical? You've got some money, don't you? By the way, that girl Ilya didn't mention anything about me, did she? What's that supposed to mean? Have this. Look, I can't pay this off right now. I can see Telma's hired you as some sort of heavy to strong-arm me, but she'll have to wait. Look, lad, if I'd been able to sell the wooden statue that young lady had, it would have been... I wouldn't have been able to get the money. But see, I accidentally spilled medicine all over that little carving, which made it stink awfully. I put it outside to dry, but then... well, it was stolen. I randomly got paranoid, so I'm going to refresh my capture. Hold on. Okay. Who goes around stealing people's stuff like that? What a world. You always have to be on your guard, eh? Look, Mr. Heavy. At any rate, neither the money nor the carving is here, so I can't repay you. Now, to work, to work. I completely forgot that... Okay, I feel like I wasn't giving the scent mechanic its due diligence, because it actually gets more utilization than I remember. Because now I have to use my senses to follow the scent trail. But I can't transform when people are looking. I have to leave. I'm shy about my wolf transformation, so I can't do it when people are staring. Oh, this guy is terrified. I'm just a cute little dog. Look, look out, look, I'll hold this bone. See, cute, right? You throw it for me, yes? Alright. Stop screaming. God. Okay, where did he hang out the thing to dry? Maybe he said and I wasn't listening. Hold on. I really wish I could transform in this little alleyway. I love how incredibly incompetent the Hyrulean guards are. I don't know if they are usually in most games. Probably. Okay, maybe I should actually, you know, take in his, whatever it was he was saying. He said something about leaving the carving out to dry, right? And it had, like, a scent. Oh, what you got here? Oh, it's here. Is this where it is? Okay, alright. Man, it looks like Shrek died in here. Forget the reekfish scent and learn a new smell? Yes. You learned the medicine scent. Man, I can't... It's a shame I can't open doors with my little wolf hands. I can't transform in this alleyway because this guy is looking at me, isn't? That's what it is. Oh no. I find it so funny that you can transform as long as you are just outside of eyeshot. Yeah, I don't know, I find that really funny. And no one notices or thinks it's amusing. I'll say, hello, little puppy. Oh, you're cute. Say, what do you like? I like picking stuff up. But I hate stone pavement because it makes my paws hurt. No one understands that. Aw. Isn't that not what your little pads are for? Maybe that dog should wear some boots. It's a nice detail that when you're in your wolf form you can talk to animals. Or rather, they talk to you and you just listen. You know, Link doesn't typically talk. You're looking for the wooden statue that Ilya had, aren't you, dear? I think it's a coincidence that I happen... Oh, I think it's a coincidence that I happen to know it got stolen from the doctor's place? No. Yes, I'll admit it, I took it. But then I was attacked by some sort of skeletal dog beast who took it from me. I don't know why those beasts were after the statue. I thought it likely that she was in a dangerous spot, though. Those fiends lurk just outside the southern gate. Unfortunately, they only come out at night. And another thing, they always move around as a pack. You won't get that statue back unless you give them all a thrashing. That statue sounds like a key to getting Ilya's memory back. You must get it back. Okie doke. I can't transform in front of the cat, really? The cat already knows that I'm actually a human. Like I'm trying to rapidly press the button. No, okay. I'll just head outside then. Oh, you can talk to the dog while in dog form. Yeah, this game does animals quite well. In you know, you can't pet the dogs, but you can do the next best thing, and you can talk to them and you can pick them up. You can literally, in human form, you can pick them up and just carry them around with you. And another really cute detail is that Link has a very subtle smile whenever he's holding a dog or a cat. Like it's a very subtle smile, but he's smiling whenever he does that. Which is understandable. Do I have this bug? I've got a ladybug. I don't know if this is like an American to British difference, which is, you know, a topic I find really fascinating. I don't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but here in the UK we refer to them as ladybirds, not ladybugs. Is that like a? Is it like an American thing to call them ladybugs? Because this is an instance where I actually think that the American way makes more sense because it's a bug, not a bird. The fact that we call them ladybirds is a bit weird when I think about it. Okay, those skeletal dogs appear at night, so I should probably go over there and take them out while I still can. Otherwise I'll have to wait for the next night. And this game doesn't have any sort of item or magic spell that allows you to switch from day to night immediately, unfortunately. Most Zelda games have that. This game does not have that. Whatever's in this chest better be good. Like a piece of heart. If it's just a stamp, I'm gonna be well disappointed. Oh, it's a rupee. Okay, that's like slightly less disappointing than a stamp. I don't really need lots of rupees right now, though. Well, actually, I do, now that I think about it, because I need to donate to open up a shop in Castletown. And they need donations. They have some kind of ancient form of Kickstarter. Oh, I need my spinner. Okay, this is probably a stamp. There it is. I wonder what was in these treasure chests in the original. Maybe they added some additional treasure chests to hide stamps in, but I imagine this chest was probably there in the original as well. So I wonder what was in it before. Maybe just some rupees. But I don't know. Were they? I guess they weren't concerned about throwing off the whole rupee economy in this game by removing rupees from the game. But I don't know. Okay, where are the skeletal dogs that are supposed to be here? I only have until morning to find them, and it'll be morning any minute now because day-night cycle in this game is weird. Oh, there they are. Is that all of them? Yay, we found it! Wait, what is this thing again, and why should I care? You got the wooden statue. This oddly shaped statue is said to have once belonged to Ilya. It might be a clue that will help her get her memory back or something. I actually don't think this wooden statue was even mentioned up until now. Oh god. I reckon I can dig in this suspicious circle of rocks. I like the way Link's back legs, like, he wiggles them when he goes down in the ground. Yeah, this game really likes spindly, spider-esque enemies. It's kind of a wonder why I ever thought this was my favorite Zelda game. I mean, I still like it. This one is probably like my second or third favorite, but I don't know. Here's the thing. I've mentioned this in the past, but games with dark or moody atmospheres tend to not grab me. It's not impossible, though, and this game is an example of that. where I like the game enough to where like the gloominess and the moodiness and the edginess doesn't typically like deter me from liking it. Also, this game is still a Zelda game, and it still has whimsical stuff and also goofy stuff and bizarre looking characters and creatures. Okay, now I need to return that stone idol to the what's her name? I can just teleport. I cannot warp now. What are you on about? Okay. Why is it that warping didn't work until I took 2 steps forward? I like how every time Midna lands on Link, Link always like looks back at her with like that dog side-eye look. That bombastic side-eye, just like, hmm? Does she have to like jump on Link like that? Can she not just, you know, just sit? Did Telma say anything? If we can retrace Ilia's actions, we should be able to find a clue. Here. Look at this piece of wood. Except I can't see. Okay, there we go. Well, I'm not the only one who has stuff rotate in his hands when I hold it. What is this? Well, I know what that is. It's a bot. And it must be destroyed. Wow, this bot has a lot of badges. Destiny 2? Raid Race? Why does this bot have so many badges? What's that about? Oh, wow. I don't care, though. Banned. It's quite an accomplished bot, huh? I remember something. I was confined somewhere, yes, and I was saved by whoever was confined with me. And when that person set me free, they gave me this statue. I don't remember who she's talking about. Yes, I remember that much. But that means that person is still in trouble. Oh, what is wrong with me? I can't remember where that place was. I remember! I thought I'd seen that before somewhere. That belonged to the tribe that protected the Hylian royal family long ago. They worked in secret, so they lived in a lonely, forgotten place. But I heard that tribe dwindled in the prolonged wars. What, Sheikah? I don't remember this bit very well. If you want to find that hidden village, look for a path leading to the Lanayru province on the far side of the Bridge of Eldin. But a rock slide blocked the way to the village long ago, so you can't get there anymore. What? Oh, I do not mean to worry you, little human. Problems like these are not problems to Gorons. I'ma deal with it. Patriarch Dalbus will be waiting for you up ahead. Look at your map to see where. You should try to find the path beyond the Bridge of Eldin that leads to the Lanayru province. Do it for her. Look at that face. Yeah, I completely forgot about the hidden village. I think the closer to the end of this game we get, the less I remember. Yeah, I forgot about the hidden village. The hidden village has a very delightful feature where it is full of many cats. And as a lover of cats, I very much approve of that, you know, decision on the developer's part. Where am I going? He said he was going up ahead, something the Nehru province. I really gotta take in information when people talk to me. Like, I say the things out loud, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm 100%, you know, on it. Okay. I thought I could donate, but I forgot the shop closes at night. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold the phone. There is a shop. Oh, nope. There we go. There is a shop here that's open at night that sells potion, and I have some empty bottles. It's blue. It's blue flavor. Oh wait, do I not have any empty bottles? Oh right, I put a fairy in one of them. Alright. I'm pretty good then. I've got one red potion, one blue potion, one fairy, and a bottle of fairy tears. Which I'm probably going to save for the final boss when I inevitably panic from dying. And traveling at night is so lame. You don't even get the triumphant field theme. Ow! I really don't feel like fighting you right now. Leave me alone. I could just make it past this bridge. They won't be able to get me, probably. Is this the Bridge of Eldin? Yeah, this is the Bridge of Eldin. Ow. This is where that Smash Brothers stage is. It's like a side view and the castle's in the background over there, except it doesn't have a giant triangle around it. I remember, because I played Super Smash Brothers before I played any Zelda game. Super Smash Brothers Brawl was my first Smash game I played. And I didn't know much about Zelda back then. I hadn't played any Zelda games at that point. So Smash was probably my first exposure to Zelda. So I didn't have any context for what the Bridge of Eldin was. Then fast forward years later, where I played this game for the first time. And then I get to the Bridge of Eldin and I'm like, oh my god, it's the Smash stage! And then I understood why the bridge gets destroyed and the green Shrek-esque monster that destroys it, and why a portal brings the bridge back. I thought it was some kind of bizarre UFO or something. I didn't realize it was like one of those Twilight portals. Because I don't know. I didn't know what Zelda was about. Nice. There is a hidden village up ahead, little human. The elders call it a forgotten place. Do you have to call me a little human? I mean, Link is kind of little, I guess, but... The scent has been burning my nostrils. It is the scent of evil. What does evil smell like? There is one powerful creature I have seen about, but under that beast are many minions who attack and plunder like a pack of hyenas. There are 30. No, at most 20 of them ahead. There are probably just a small band of survivors, ragged remnants who have settled leaderless into this village. That's all there are, little human, and then you alone are more than enough for them. But you'll have to defeat all of them to save the girl's benefactor. She's probably dead by now. Before you go, I'll tell you the secret to besting them. Destroy all of them before they spot you. Got it, little human? We got stealth mode. Okay. He just Sonic'd out of there. A Smash Bros. Brawl? No way! It was really cool. Super Smash Bros. Was my first exposure to a lot of Nintendo games. Oh, this is like the Western bit. Also, the music here, pretty boppin'. I've seen this movie. I just got to put like, you know, a metal... I got to just wear a metal plate. So that I can't be shot at. Or at least I can be shot at, but it won't kill me. Yeah, we've gone full Western now. This game has everything. Also, you gotta do some serious snipe action. Which really helps because the gyroscope on the Wii U gamepad is actually really good. Like, I feel like when I use gyroscope aiming... Like, I like gyroscope aiming. I'm a big supporter of gyroscope for precision aiming. But on the Switch, I feel like the gyroscope is not as good as on Wii U, funnily enough. Because, like, if I'm holding the controller still, like, it stays pretty still. If it's shifting slightly, that's just because I'm not very good at staying still. Like, it never drifts, like, ever. But it does quite a bit on Switch. Not enough to that it's terrible, but it's noticeable. Yeah, like, this is snipe-tastic. Okay, there's still some more of them in here. Can I shoot through the window? Sure can. I wonder what this village was beforehand. It must have... I'm sure that, like, the tribe that the guy was talking about that served the royal family that used to live here was probably the Sheikah. But don't the Sheikah typically live in Kakariko Village? Zelda games can be different. Yeah. Oh, I just now remembered that this is where the final Howling Stone is. I was thinking to myself, like, oh, I don't remember where the final one is. I just remembered it's actually here. Right past this window, I think. Nope, there it is. I have no idea what the final hidden skill is, though. I don't remember at all. What do you think you're playing at? Leave that for late? No! Are you but for real? Why not now? Hello, chicken. Those stupid monsters. They think that they can just do whatever they want in our town. We won't allow it. Hey there, buddy. Let me tell you something good. See, these guys tend to hide hearts and rupees all around these parts. If you want some of that nice loot, just dig around to your heart's content. Loot. Nah, I'm good. My wallet can only hold 1,000 rupees anyway. There is actually a bigger wallet. I think there's a couple. This would be the time where you climb up, Link. No? Okay. Let's try that again. It's okay. This would be the point where you climb up the thing. There we go. You're silly. Link is a little bit silly sometimes. It's okay. Okay, there's 3 remaining. I bet one of them is in this tower. Nope. They've got to be inside the buildings. Oh, hello. Is it me, or when I shot that arrow on the floor in front of him, he kind of looked to it? It was for a split second before I shot him, but I shot the arrow in front of him, and he was like, "Who was that?" And then he died. I didn't know that they do that. I don't know if that was just a coincidence that his animation just happened to do that, but if they actually do look at the arrows, that's really funny. Oh, hello. Okay, 1 remaining. It's probably in this building, or on this building. Oh. Got him. There we go. It is safe. Ah, I've completely forgotten about this entire character. The House of the Beasts. They faded into silence. I'm gonna hydrate. Hold on. Wait, are you? The Saviour! It's you, the Saviour! Please, please forgive me for not opening up the door. My name is Impaz. Oh, what the crap? I don't remember you at all. Why is your name just Impa with a Z at the end? Is it to make your name sound even more edgy because this is the edgy Zelda game? It's pretty bonkers. I completely didn't even realize that Impa was in this game. I don't remember her at all. I'm the last resident of this poor village. My name comes from the Great One who built this village so long ago. I see. Uncreative namer. This village was once the secret home to a proud tribe who served the royal family. But it fell into decline and became infested with dangerous beasts. It's become an awful place. Excuse me for asking, but is your name Link? I just have one of those faces, huh? Ah, I knew it. So then, you saved that nice girl. How lovely. When she was here, she would often cheer me up by saying that you would come to help. That sweet girl. She worried about this old woman even as I helped her to escape from here. By royal order, I can't leave this place until a certain person arrives. Oh? No matter what terrible fate is visited upon it. Who is she talking about? Oh, but listen to me, Blatheron. I have a favour to ask. Would you help me return this to her? I think she always kept it close to her heart, but even so, she didn't hesitate to part with it in order to protect me. It's a charm. You got Ilia's charm. Ilia left this charm with the woman who saved her. This is the key to getting Ilia's memory back. Set it to the buttons and get it to her. I believe in my heart that it's kept me safe all this time. She's small. So please, I ask that you return it to that girl. I wonder who she's talking about. She said that she's not allowed to leave until someone gives her permission to. I wonder who that is. Zelda, maybe? Why didn't Zelda do that when she was around? Because she's a little bit dead right now. Or dead, quote unquote. I don't know. She turned into sparkles and faded away. That's dead, if you ask me. That's usually how Kingdom Hearts does it, anyway. Although, then again, no one ever dies in Kingdom Hearts, so... Not permanently. I thought there might be something interesting in here, but it's actually a bit of a dump, so I'm gonna leave. If the person she's waiting for isn't Zelda, I don't know who else it would be. That dear girl deserves her charm back. And tell her this old biddy was very grateful. Okay, let me go behind your house so I can teleport without you seeing. Never mind. Fine. But Ilia's charm is actually more than just a quest item. It's once we get it to Ilia, we'll be able to use its primary function, and it is a whistle to summon Epona whenever we want to summon her. Before we could summon her by whistling on the special blades of grass, which, you know, are only in specific locations. But with this charm, we can summon her whenever we want, which isn't that useful because at this point in the game we've got fast travel. And, you know, the grass that you used to summon Epona was typically wherever you need it. But, you know, being able to summon her wherever is nice. Better than not having that option, I suppose. But also, you get this option really late in the game. Like, this is a pretty late point in the game to be getting that, but, yeah. Dig, dig, dig. Ew. Skelly bros. I don't know what they're called. Oh, these are the ones where you have to bomb them or else they'll get back up. Bleep. Chest is going to spawn here. I was hoping to get into the exact spot where the chest was going to spawn just to see what happens. Link just becomes... his legs just get fused. Another piece of heart. One more for a full heart container. That's pretty yummy yummy in my tummy. Sorry, I yawned. It didn't occur to me that it might have sounded like I just did a weird scream. Okay, I'm gonna ride Epona back. I could teleport back, but Epona's here. I don't want to leave her with these monsters, even though I'm pretty sure Epona's invincible in this game. It's not like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where your horse can very much die if they sustain too much damage, and they will die permanently. Well, permanently. You can go to this horse god to bring back your horse from the dead. Something that I've never actually had to do in those games, because I don't really use the horses that often, and keeping them alive isn't that hard, so... unless you're just really reckless with them. Hello, camera angle. I'm getting a very good shot of Epona's butt right here. There we go, thank you. Oh, no, we're just zooming in again. That's... I don't want this view. What was I saying? Oh yeah, horse is dying. There was one time where my horse died when I was playing Tears of the Kingdom, but I just reloaded my save and pretended like nothing ever happened. And I made Grim witnessed it, and I made them swear to secrecy. Like this never happened. Grim was like holding back tears. No one has to know. Except I just spilled the beans, so whoops. Okay, I've got to remember to donate money to the whatever Kickstarter while I'm here. I found you this magical thing. If Ilia's recollection is correct, then we need to find that person in the hidden village. Perhaps that person holds the key to unlocking her memory. But it's a long shot. Oh yeah, we'll take a look at this. I knew you once. Yeah, you yelled at me. Yes, this feels so familiar. The scent of hay. Long ago when we were young, you and I... Yes? You were always there. You were always beside me. Acting. Acting. Link. Ah, he's back in his old duds. Kinda nice to see him in those old clothes again. Look at Epona's like, yay, in the background. Hooray! Yes, I won. Oh god, that baby. Unimpressed. Are we gonna hold hands? This gift was meant for you. It was something I wanted to give you before you left on your journey. Please, Link, take it. Why is everything floating? Even in the cutscenes. Like it's just like, this is normal. Link is magic or something where he can just make things float. It's like it's like he's got telekinesis, but it's like really, really, really basic telekinesis. Like almost useless. You got the horse call. Ilya made this just for Epona. Set it to the buttons and use it while outside to play Epona's favorite song and call her to you. You don't need to worry about me any longer. Whenever you return, I'll be waiting for you. Ah. Then we can hold hands. Link, do you remember what I was saying about the rod of the heavens? Well, actually, it was about the messenger to the heavens who held the rod. This nice woman who saved me told me about it. Apparently, in this woman's village, they've guarded something for the heavenly messenger for generations, so they await him. But they can't give this item away until the messenger arrives with the rod. That's why the lady couldn't leave her village, you see. Oh. So is it me she's waiting for? I just need the rod. Say, Link, do you have any idea who this messenger to the heavens might be, or what the rod is? It's this big fancy stick I found. But it's useless. Hey, Shad. If that is in fact your real name. Oh my, color me surprised if it isn't Link. He kind of looks like he belongs in Middle-earth. I don't know. Just me? Yeah. What a coincidence meeting you in a place like this. How very odd. Say, old boy, do you remember what I told you? I am much younger than you. Say, old boy, do you remember what I told you before about the legend of the sky beings known as the Uka? Yes, well, there's something about it that's been bothering me, so I came here to snoop about. To think that you would appear here with such perfect timing. You really are a rather extraordinary fellow, aren't you? I've found it at long last. Observe this statue. It's the same as the one in the manuscripts my dear father left me. There are many similar statues around Hyrule, but this one seems to be different. Here, look at the belly. There's something written here, you see? This, too, was in my father's notes. It is called skywriting, I believe. Awaken us with the word that breaks the seal. Yes, indeed that's what it says. Wait a moment, isn't that Ilya a friend of yours? It's simply tragic how she lost her memory. And that rod of the heavens she mentioned? I'm sure it has something to do with the word that breaks the seal. Isn't there a way we can restore her memory? I'm certain it would help us figure this all out. I've been there, done that. Statues and the word that breaks the seal and the rod of the heavens just gets odder and odder. Now Ilya's memory is the last clue we have to solving the solving the strange puzzle about the heavens. Link, what shall we do? She's got her memory back, so am I okay to just show up with the rod even if it doesn't have magic in it? Will that be enough, maybe? It does unfortunately mean that I have to go back to the hidden village again. There's a bit of back and forth going on here. I guess it's just handy that they give you the whistle. Sure, I'd like to help the lady introduce the word the messenger of the heavens word. Don't worry about me. Okay, I'll just show over there with the crusty Dominion rod. And we'll see if that helps. Okay, where is my trusty steed? I don't think I can teleport to the hidden village, can I? I don't think I wasn't attacked by shadow monsters. No, I think I have to go on foot. Oh wait, I gotta donate. I almost forgot. Okay, 1,500 rupees left. I've got 800. I'm not going to give you all my money because that's stupid. I'll give you about that. Once we donate the moolah, then they'll open up a shop in Castletown that has the silly music. There we go. I'll just go to the hidden village and I'll be like, here, check out this fancy stick I found. And then she'll be like, oh my. That's exactly how it's going to play out. Okay, the monsters around here are being especially annoying today. Ow. Don't set me on fire, mate. Sorry, I've been silent for the past minute there because I was reminiscing about something, and it just occurred to me that I think I really like it. I just noticed. I don't know if this is weird, but I like it when people call me buddy. Is that weird? That just occurred to me. Sorry, that is like 110% random and out of nowhere. I think I like it when people call me buddy. Because my twin says that a lot, and it feels nice. And I'm pretty sure, like, I'm pretty sure, like, one of my lecturers from college called me that once as well. And I was like, that's nice. Also, look at all these kitties. Hello. Oh, I love their little low poly faces. I'm going to take one. Wait, which one should I have? There's so many good ones to choose from. What do they say? Do something fun with us. Ask the Kuko leader about it. Yeah, I don't mind transforming in front of them. Which of these lovely cats should I select? I don't know. Hello. Hello. Oh god. That's not that's not it's not the prettiest sight. I mean, it is pretty, but a little bit scary as well. With the light. Yeah, no. I don't know which of these lovely little cats I like more. I kind of like the black and white one. Look how Link is smiling though when he's holding the cat. You're mine now. They're everywhere. Oh my god. It's the cat village. Oh, there's a little orange one. They're all little meows. Someone on the dev team really liked cats. And those are the sane ones. Okay, 3 times I thought that was going to end. I did not retain any of that. Yeah, I lost it. How'd it go again? I don't recognize this song, by the way. Okay. No, that was wrong. I messed it up. No, I lost it again. I'm having trouble retaining it. There we go. And he does his little spin. I like how he does a little spin. Is it difficult for dogs to, like, when they're sitting, is it difficult for them to stand up again without spinning? Is that why they do it? Or is he just trying to be cute? Oh, that's such a cool shot. I wish I could remove the HUD so I can get a clean shot of that. Okay, that's how. Let's sing! I don't recognize this song. Oh, it's like Twilight Princess theme. It's just because this is the last of the Howling Stones, so they want to jazz it up a bit. That's a cool shot. I wish the Wii U had a screenshot button. If this were on Switch, I'd definitely be pressing it here. Another reason as to why this game should be on Switch. You know, along with the many other reasons why it also should be. Okay, take sword in hand and find me. He's sitting outside of Hyrule Castle then. I don't know if I'll be able to get to him because it's covered in a giant triangle. So I guess I won't be able to get there until we get to the end of the game. Oh well, he's available. Hello there. You're safe and sound. 30. No, more like 20. Where does people keep getting 30 from? That's how many cats have made it back here to the village. So, were Sheikah, like, really into cats, or...? So maybe you could, you know, just play with them? Absolutely. Aw, thanks so much. They're all so lonely. Perhaps you could talk to every one of them. But if you leave the village, it will be like you never talked to any of them. Do you understand? Cats are forgetful. Oh, and let me give you a tip for speaking to all of them. Start at one end. Got it? So we need to find all the kitty cats. And they want to be played with. They're so cute. So this time, instead of shooting a bunch of monsters, we are playing with some cats. I know which one of those two I'd rather be doing. Okay, I see this little guy. Meow, what fun. Meow. First one. Meow. Whoops. Hello, little kit. No. I can't get up there because my wolf body is too big. There we go. Meow, what fun. Ah, they're having fun, like, talking to people, which is really nice. Meow. I like how even though they speak English when I'm a wolf, they still feel the need to say meow. Yeah, just so that you know that they're cats. No, don't start moving. That's going to make this harder. They're all cute little buggers, aren't they? Where'd you come from? I like how they sit. Get them sit. They loaf. I think that their low polyness makes them cuter, weirdly. There's a little orange one. You know what game that I've played that has the best looking cats? And by best, I mean the most realistic. It's a Final Fantasy VII Remake. That game has some of the best looking cats I've ever seen in a game. And I genuinely mean that. There's one specific cutscene where they do like this close-up shot on a cat, and then it like licks his lips and wiggles his ear, and it's like, that's just a cat. It's just, it's real. I can hardly tell I'm playing a game. It's a real ass looking cat. It feels like for that one shot in that game, they were kind of like flexing their cat technology. Don't all start moving. Okay, here's another little cat. Here's a little kitten. They're all having so much fun. It's like we're playing hide and seek, except most of them aren't very good at it. Mad little kit. That's 15, so we've got 5 more. Okay, if I already talked to you, then why are you following me? Okay, oh, there's another one. I can't seem to get up there though, because I don't have hands. It's an issue when cat wrangling. Oh, I can just transform back. Oh. I thought I had to be a wolf the whole time. I guess I need to be a wolf in order to talk to them, but I don't have to be a wolf the whole time. What fun, 17? I managed to find most of them without transforming. How do I get that one in the window? I don't know how to... Oh wait, I can just be human and climb up there with my humanness. Wait, can I? No, I can't reach. Is there nothing to grab? No. What if I, like, shoot the window and then the cat gets scared? No, he's not scared. Can I claw shot the cat? That's a no. Oh, right. I should have known cats are immune to claw shots. That's a well-known fact. Oh, you're a tiny one. I just want to... Cuteness aggression. I just want to like grab its face and just like just squeeze its face just a little bit, but not to so much as to actually, you know, hurt them. Okay, can I go through this window somehow? Because that cat in there needs me. And this cat is trying to get me. Wait, did I talk to you? I don't remember. Yeah. Oh, we're already buddies, meow meow. Oh, they're so pure, little cats. How do I get up there? Am I supposed to do some climbing with Midna? I haven't gotten a prompt for it. I don't understand how I'm supposed to get up here. Like that, there's that cat up there. Nothing to grab onto. There be windows. that I can't reach. Did I speak to you already? Yep. We are indeed buddies. Oh wait, did I talk to you? Oh wow, I didn't. Okay. Okay, that one in that house is the last cat. So I need to figure out how to get into that house. There's got to be a way. So is that window? Sorry. And then there's a window there and a window there, but then the back wall is oh wait, can I make the jump from here? I think he fell. Whoops. Would have helped me out if you had done that sooner. Meow, what fun. 20th one, meow, wow, meow, everyone is getting along, meow. Go tell the Kuko leader. And meow meow. They say meow like Moogles say Kupo. You talked to all of them, thanks. Now your prize is in front of the old lady's house. Make sure you pick it up before you leave. Oh, I wonder what it is. Maybe it's in gold. Maybe it's a cat of my very own. I don't know. Is Link a cat person or a dog person? I mean, when he transforms, he is quite literally a dog person. But, you know, pet-wise, I think Link would appreciate both. It's heart piece, and that's a full container. Pretty snazzy. Okay, let's go see the old lady, which is what I was supposed to do before I got sidetracked. Oh, you've got a bunch of cats in here to... Oh, they're playing with the... Oh, and this one loves me! Hello. I'm gonna call you Billy. With W's. And you're playing with the little ball. They're all staring at me. They just stare with their very angular faces. This little guy's staring at me. You look like a Mindy. So that's you. You're Billy. There's Billy and Mindy. You can be Dorito. Yeah. Oh god, there's so many more. You can be Linda. You can be Michael, and you can be John. I love that they play with the ball. Is that girl doing alright? I have much to offer, but please make yourself comfortable here. What about this? Hey, that rod. The little cat's playing in the background. Is that the Dominion rod? Look at it play, look at the... Ah, and the cat's still staring at me. I don't have treat for you. Ah, could it really be? Are you the messenger to the heavens? Among the legends of my clan, there is a story from the time when the Uka still maintained contact with the royal family. Yes, it said that a mysterious rod was handed down from the people of the sky, and it was called the Dominion Rod. The rod was only to be carried by the messenger of the heavens when the royal family needed to communicate with the Uka. From generation to generation, my ancestors have guarded the book that, by royal decree, was to be given to the messenger to the heavens. This is that book. Please take it. I got a manky old book. You got the Ancient Sky Book, a book written in the Ancient Sky language. A crucial word in it is missing some characters. This is the hint to finding the path to the sky. Set it to the buttons and check it. This book is written in the ancient language of skywriting. I'm so glad I stayed in this village. If I had not met that young girl, what would become of me? Meeting that girl must have been ordained by the gods, so that I could be here today to pass on this knowledge. It's interesting that the whole Ilya having amnesia subplot was literally just so this moment can happen. It does feel like fate or whatever. I'm going to take this cat. This one chose me, you can't stop me. No, it's mine. It wants to be with me. No, no, you can't stop me. Leave me alone. I have successfully abducted this cat. Oh, it's gone. I just put it in my pocket. Don't shoot my horse's face, you freak! Okay, back to Kakariko. You know what, screw this, I'm teleporting. Epona will be fine. I'll just leave her here. And she'll be fine probably. Okay, why am I here again? Oh yeah, I gotta go into the... I think I gotta show it to Shad and see what he thinks. Must see what he thinks about all this brouhaha. Oh, every item slot on my items menu has been filled up. Huh, neat. I've got all the things, apparently. What's this? Ah, it's skywriting. Where in the blazes did you get this? I don't suppose this could be the word that breaks the seal. Right, let's try it out. Abracadabra. Open sesame. No reaction. What was the word? So it is not this statue. Link, thanks ever so. You brought me one step closer to solving this puzzle. I shall give the book back to you. Now I should try out this word on other statues. I have made the rounds of these statues so many times I have memorized their locations. I will place marks on your map so you can find them. Come find me in case you have any questions. Remember, every one of those marks is near an owl statue. Now if you'll excuse me. Hello? Something magical's happening. Hey, my stick! Power has returned to the Dominion Rod. Set it and swing it with the buttons to breathe life into statues. Yeah. The writing in the book was a spell that imbued the staff with magic. Now you can do to the other statues what you did before. So, he did say he would mark your map wherever there was a statue, didn't he? And we should go check out those spots, right? We should go check out those spots, right, Link? Look at Midna being all helpful. Okay. Where are these statues? Okay, I literally marked all of them on my map, so I'll just teleport over to each of them. I don't remember how many there are. You have to do a lot more work to get to this next dungeon. The city in the sky. It is like it's not really the last dungeon because Hyrule Castle is the last dungeon. But, you know, this is like the last dungeon where the shard is, so... And it's got this whole city in the sky, secret city situation going on, which you know, requires a bit of, you know, explanation. And build up, I guess. On my map it's showing... Ow! On my map it's showing 4 flags, so are there only 4 of them? I remember there being more than that. So now we can use our Dominion to move these statues. I like how they bounce around everywhere. It's cute. And we can utilize them as platforms. Oh. Well, that's lame. I thought it would... Oh, no, wait, the thing I need is underneath the statue, not the chest. Okay. I was like, what the hell? Not the stamp. Okay, there we go. You found one sky character. A missing part of the word in the ancient skybook has been restored. There's still other missing characters. I wonder what the word is. I don't remember if we ever actually know... If we ever learn what the word is. Man, the ability to instantly swap between human and wolf form at the touch of a button is so good. That's an addition made to this version of the game, to the HD version. Originally you had to talk to Midna and then go through the dialogue box and then transform. Being able to do it instantly, it realistically only shaves off a few seconds, but those seconds add up. Okay, how do I get up there, lads? Can I like jump? No, that seems a bit far. Huh. I know not. Also, these guys are creeping on me. Ah. Man, sniping in this game is so good. I've lost interest. Okay. How do I get on here? There's got to be maybe like a hookshot point. Something like that. There's hookshot stuff over here, but I already went down that path. Maybe in that round... No... Nope. Nothing here. I can't move them while I'm standing on it. I know that much. Can you like... Nah. I can't even jump onto it. Wait, can I just... I'm an idiot. I can just climb up it. I don't know why... The ledge isn't even that tall. I don't know why I didn't think of just simply moving up it. Once again, I have a talent for overthinking very simple things. It's a gift. More like a curse. I feel a bit dumb. Let's forget that happened, shall we? I feel like a what we call a silly Billy. Let's see, there's one over here. It's by that like lookout point. Womp 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 womp. Ah, sliced right in his dome. Wachow. There we go. Okay, so there's the thing. I want to get this chest. So we'll just plop this. Over here. And then this is what I was like trying to do earlier. Except this is how you're actually supposed to get this chest. Okay, can I make that? No, gotta move it closer. That must be why this like gap is here, so you can get like a good like view. Oh. The sun's going down. I don't like it when it gets dark. Yes. It's an orange root. Very delicious. Okay, now we'll mosey. There we go. Okay, Sky character, nice. There still are the missing characters. One of which is over here. Probably be quicker if I rode there on Epona. Where is that horse of mine? I can summon her with my new doodad. She's so loyal. Also, where is she? Oh, she's smacked into the wall. She's a little bit silly sometimes, but I love her anyway. Wow, this is the most I've been just out in Hyrule Field. Which is nice because I like the music. Whoops. Oh my god. Aha, okay. I've been eyeballing this little area for a while. It's nice, because at this point in the game you have pretty much all the items, so this is like extreme backtracking. What's the point of being up here? There must be some reason. So it may be to, so you can drop down onto the statue, maybe. So what, I can drop down here. Oh, I don't know if that's how I was supposed to do it, but that's how I did it. Another orange rupee. My wallets are filling up. I just need 800 more to donate, so... Yes! Tricky jumps. Another sky character. Those are all the characters that were on my map. Unless there's others in... Aha, there's one in Gerudo Desert. And one in Farron Woods. I was just... Oh, and there's... Well, that's Kakariko Village. That's where I started. Okay, so Farron Woods. I suppose. I shall mosey. This is probably, I think, what the reason for this whole hullabaloo with finding these sky characters is because I think at this point the game, because the game, you know, you're close to the end, close-ish, and, you know, by this point you've got almost all of the items. Okay, you need to stop it! Because at this point in the game you got pretty much all the items, I think the point of having you do all this sky character searching stuff is because the game essentially is trying to...
Here comes the parade!
A parade... what was I saying? Thanks for the parade, Hon. I think the reason that you're doing all this sky character stuff is because the game is encouraging you to explore and use your items that you have to find secrets and stuff. Anyway, hello, thanks for the raid. Hello. I hope you had a good stream. I'm on a Beyblade. But the train of thought got lost for that one. My train of thought is it's not a very well taken care of train. Not really, but we moved, just wasn't feeling it today, that's all. Oh, sorry about that. I get that. I understand. It's actually nice to hear that other people get like that too. I mean, logically it makes sense, but you know. I didn't do my Sunday stream last week because I was a little bit down that day. Yeah, there's always next time though. There we go. But thanks for the raid. I really appreciate it. I'm playing Twilight Princess. It is a game that I like. Oh yes, I forgot. Full damage is just a silly myth. Oh no, they got Mario Kart World in my Twilight Princess with the wall riding. Yeah. I actually booted up Mario Kart World yesterday. I hadn't played it in a good like few weeks, but I decided to boot it up just because it's like I haven't played this in a bit, and you know I have some time to kill. So I booted it up, and like everyone is really good now. I remember when the game first came out, when playing online, I managed to get first a decent amount of the time, but now the game's been out, everyone's learnt all the tricks and stuff, and now I can barely ever win. Which is my fault, I guess, because, I don't know, get good, I guess, but... Winning's nice, and I know winning isn't everything, but winning is nice. Oh well, I'm looking more and more forward to Sonic Racing Crossworld. Before I was like, I don't know if I'm actually going to get this because it's a racing game. Even if the game doesn't have some kind of campaign or story mode or whatever, I think I'm still going to get it anyway because I don't want to feel like I'm missing out from not getting it. And I'm sure I'll have fun with it. I'm sure there's content for a single player to do. And I can play online as well. And I like Sonic. Another Sky character. There are still more missing characters. Yes, there's still missing characters. Yes. Can I climb up this tree? Can Midna help me climb up the tree? I don't know, it feels like I should be able to get up on that ledge. What about if I stand on this rock? No. It looks like I should be able to jump from branch to branch. Apparently that is... Oh, unless I have to dominionize the statue into this little spot. Okay, we got a little scene. That seems pretty conclusive. Nice. Oh, what's down there? What is it? Dead end. Oh, there's a digging. There is a digging. Just a yellow rupee. I don't think I'm required to go over here for anything. I think it's just optional. But there might be a heart piece, or... I don't know, probably a stamp maybe, or something. A good chance that'll be a stamp. No, it is a heart piece. Woohoo. Okay, where's the next sky character? Out in the desert, I suppose. The Gerudo Desert. At some point I'm going to do the Cave of Ordeals and the Cave of Shadows, which are two optional combat dungeons. But I think I want to wait until I'm basically near the end of the game until I do those, because that way I'll be prepared, I'll have all the items, I'll have the lots of health. Like maybe I could tackle it now, but I don't want to risk going through this big long dungeon and then die halfway because I wasn't prepared. I mean, I don't think it's that long. I don't recall. Come here. Come here. Come here. Little dragonfly. Whoops. I nearly sliced him with a sword. There we go. Oh, it's a dayfly. My bad. Whoa! That was so cool that, like, no sound effects played. That's how cool it was. And I did that on purpose. Ah, yes. I remember seeing this before. We didn't have the Dominion Rod back then. And the Gerudo desert theme in this game is pretty good. It can't beat the Ocarina of Time version though. Very few music tracks can beat that one. It's iconic. That's why it gets remixed for Smash. Hooray! I think that's the last one. The Ancient Sky book is filling with missing characters. This is a crucial clue to finding a path to the sky. Set it to the buttons and check it. Can I actually, like, read it? No effect. Well, that's the worst book I've ever read. Giving it very low reviews. Oh, I need to, like, stand up here and do it so I have room. That's why this rock is designed this way. Cool. Then we'll go through here. Okay, there you go. And then we'll take this. And then we'll mosey it right there. This chest is probably going to contain a stamp. Am I correct? No! I love being wrong. Because that's way better than a stamp. Okay, I think I have all the sky characters now, so we can go back into Kakariko Village, head down into the basement, and do something. I don't remember. My memory of this part of the game is very foggy. I remember the dungeon pretty well, mainly because I was really excited, because I thought it was like a prelude to Skyward Sword, which was one of the first Zelda games I ever played. But it's not like Skyward Sword at all, really. Aside from it being a city in the sky, that's about where the comparisons end. Maybe there's lore implications there, but I don't know. Everyone in the City of the Sky just looks like a freaky duck, so... And they don't look like that in Skyward Sword. Check out this nerd book. Is this that book from last time? Are there more letters in the word than the last time I looked at this? How did you investigate the link? This is amazing. Open Sesame. freaky in my Zelda game. A little bit freaky. But yeah, the little, there are these little chicken people in this game that do look a little bit demented, but yeah, there are many words to describe them. Now this must be the word we need. Let's try it immediately. Abracadabra, open. Open the hell up, please. There we go. That did the trick. Ah! It has taken on the same shape as the other statues. What can this mean? And I thought we had solved the last of the riddles. How confounding. I must apologize, Link. I need to cool off a tad before I mull the problem further. I need to whine about it. Also, what the hell is going on with his socks? Sorry, I don't mean to judge a person's socks. They're lovely. Just yeah, unusual is what I mean. Blast it, that thing has confounded me thoroughly. That's okay, for I have magical powers. Okay, we found a manky old cannon. Kind of reminds me of, I don't know, like Phantom Hourglass or something. With the cannon you put on your ship in that game. Link? How in blazes did you move that statue? And what's this? Oh, I work out, that's how. Amazing. Spectacular. This must be the sky cannon I read about in my father's notes. I knew that my intuition was onto something when it led me here. But how can we use this to get to the city in the sky? Back to square one, it seems. A cannon, huh? What do you plan to do with this, Link? Oh, I know who can... I remember this bit. Except that guy's still watching us. Oh, right, we gotta get rid of him. We can't use our magical powers while someone's watching. For some reason. I don't know why. Why does Midna have to be a secret at this point? I don't know. Perhaps I am in your way? A little bit, yeah. Well, forgive me for not realizing. I should just disappear at times like this, really. So, let me know the results another time, Link. Ah, yes. Let me give you one last piece of advice. It seems to be broken, so you do well to show it to a cannon expert first, I should say. Farewell. You happen to know a cannon expert in these parts? I wonder if I put him off. Did he see you? Also, props to him, he's probably the most useful character out of, you know, that little crew. A cannon, huh? What do you plan to do with this, Link? Yes, if I recall correctly, we have to take it to the cannon guy at Lake Hylia. The Cannon Man. He's the only guy in this world with a cannon. And I like how the cannon has feet, that's charming. It has little legs, so it can kick people. Hooray! That's what this giant suspicious open space is for. Let's see, I need to ask him to repair it, and he's probably going to charge me for it or something. How much? Hey, buddy. It's a mighty fine cannon. So, is that yours? Hey, buddy. I never thought you'd get so hooked on fantastication that you tried to build your own cannon. So you're going to give me a tour or what? Looks like you have a serious rig over there. He's talking about it like it's a shiny new car. This is my ride. Whoa! It's kind of retro, huh? And there's no ignition device, so you can't even use it. Listen, buddy, I suppose I might be able to fix it for you. I mean, maybe. That is, if you can pay me through... I knew it! The charge, okay. Thankfully, I have just about that much. In advance. I knew you'd see the light, buddy. Now I'll just be a sec. Oh, damn. Wow, the amount of time he's spending on this single-handedly, maybe 300 rupees is a bit too cheap for what he's doing. Did that take like a solid week? And was I just standing here watching the whole time? I don't know what Link would do in his downtime, really. What's he gonna do? Where's he gonna go? Here we go, buddy. All working as it should, I think. It may look like junk, but this thing's got some powerful innards. You're going to be knocking on the door to the heavens. Seriously, bud, it might be rough. So, I'm sorry for soaking you for the dough. I'll leave you alone then. Yeah, well, you'll just have all the fun you want, okay, buddy? Pretty cool. So how does this thing actually function, even? You go up the rear. Oh! Oh god! A close-up of you was not what I wanted. We go to the sky. Send me to the sun. We didn't even calculate any sort of trajectory. Maybe it just launched me straight into nothing. Oh, never mind. Hey, it's not Skyloft. Oh. What's up? Phew, gracious, we made it back, finally. Welcome, adventurer. This is the city of the Uka. Since you came all this way, I guess I can give you a tour of the city. Eek. Oh, that's a big bird. So yeah, have fun with that. Oh god, there's more of them. Oh goodness, brave adventurer, you won't believe it. There's a dragon raging outside the city walls. I'm terribly worried about everyone. I'm going to check on the shop for survivors. I don't like how the sun is always looking at me. How lucky you landed exactly where there was water. Yes, how very convenient for me. But, you know, it's okay. Full damage in this world doesn't exist. No matter what height you land from, it's always going to do 1/2 of damage and no more. You know, full damage is fictional. Yeah, still convenient that we landed in water. Maybe the cannon is just perfectly designed to take you exactly to this exact spot every time. Or something. So it's a magic cannon. Ooh, hello. Oh, and they've got a cannon on this side too. Oh, I forgot about the strong winds. The winds. This isn't the first time Zelda's had a sky dungeon. Wait, did Minish Cap come before this? Yeah, it must have. Minish Cap was on the Game Boy Advance, so yeah, it had to have been before this. Minish Cap had a sky dungeon. It was actually rather fun. I liked that one. Minish Cap was cute. Right, let me check the shop for survivors. I think I can get blown off the bridge here if I'm not careful, so... Ow! I definitely think that I prefer the look of Skyloft more than this place, but the architecture is pretty interesting, though. Like the windmills and the fans and stuff. I can't say I'd want to live here. Mainly because I'm probably afraid of heights. I'm afraid of a lot of things. I'm sure heights is probably there. Ooh, can I buy this cannon? Oh, sorry for earlier, adventurer. Oh, but you're planning on walking around the city taking it in, right? I'm worried about the others, and this is an emergency. I can't just stand around waiting. Please take me too. I won't help you warp to the surface, but I will bring you back to this shop anytime. Uku is now with you. She's a reliable Uku friend. Yay. I'm afraid of in Master Chief's voice. Oh man, I don't know what Master Chief sounds like. But I'm sure it adds to it. Use her with this buttons, cool. Oh, what? Oh, he's talking in like she's got the X symbol with the dots around it that they've been using in Kingdom Hearts for some mysterious reason. Also, there's a male and female symbol and some stars. So, translation, please. Oh, you are Hylian, no? I speak a little Hylian. You understand me? Is there something you're interested in? Pick it up with the button. Okay, there we go. You got lantern oil. I could go for some lantern oil. It's interesting how she referred to Link as a Hylian, but when you talk to Midna to transform from a wolf, it's referred to as human. And lots of characters refer to Link as human, not Hylian. So I think Hylian and human are basically the same thing. It's just a different word, for the most part, probably. I didn't realize I could open my map on the TV this whole time. I thought I could only see the map on the gamepad. It was as simple as pressing the up button on the D-pad. Now I feel dumb. So, I can actually show you what the map looks like now. And I could have probably done that the whole time. Human and human formal, yes. Human traditional, human simplified. Okay, we are here in the city in the sky, and I think this is where I'm probably going to end it for today, because I don't think I have enough time to get through an entire dungeon, and I don't want to stop midway through it. Whoops. So I guess this will probably be the best way to end it. I ended off right here, and we'll start next time with the dungeon. And then after that, I think it's just you go to... Oh no, I forgot there's like another dungeon I forgot about. Okay, so this game is actually... This is kind of a long game, huh? I thought this was the second to last dungeon, and then the final dungeon was Hyrule Castle. I completely forgot that there's one other dungeon in between those two in the Twilight Realm, so we have to go over there and do that, and then go to Hyrule Castle. This game's kind of long. I forgot how long this game is, compared to other Zelda games at least. It's not like this game is long, but compared to other Zelda games, this one's kind of lengthy. It's got a lot of dungeons in it. It's maybe why this one is a fan favorite, or one of the reasons. Also, some people just really like rules. Yeah, I think I'm good to call it here for today. I'm getting a bit tired. I was yawning a little bit earlier, so... yeah, this is where I'm going to call it. So I should be streaming... Oh, it's Wednesday. Yeah, right. I forgot it's Wednesday for a sec there. I don't typically stream on a Wednesday. So yeah, in that case, I'll be streaming next on Friday for Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Star-Crossed World or whatever it was called, the new version with the content. So that comes out on Thursday, so I'll play that on Friday. And then on Sunday, I'm either going to play more of this or more likely play the Joker event in the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds network test. That should be fun. That'd be interesting. I don't know. So yeah, that's the plan. So playing this game today, so I might not play it on Sunday. So I was able to make some progress. So the next time I'll play this game, if I don't on Sunday, it'll probably be next week instead. So yeah, I should probably say before I forget. But thanks for joining me on this stream. This has been a very chill, cozy kind of stream. This game's kind of become like a comfort game of sorts to me at this point. I like it. I know how to play it, and it's nice. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this stream. If you were joining me on the VOD, you're also appreciated, and you better know that, or else I'm gonna throw things at you. But you'll be fine. I don't have a very good throwing arm. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here for today. So, with all that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, and I hope to see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye bye.